Right, good night. Good night, sports friends and family. It's a long time I don't see the face, man. Probably hear the voice Saturday night, but I'm back in the building. Yeah, man, here to talk about some football. I mean, Kems had a blast on Saturday. He had a good show, to be honest. Longest show probably to date, I think, if not the second longest. And the only bad part about it is that Kems never make no win the money because of one particular player. The GOAT of NFL, Mr. Tom Brady, decided that, not turn up to this. So Tampa Bay got their ass kicked and no money in the pocket of the betters, but it's just one of those things. It was a good show overall, and I totally enjoyed it, man. And as I said to Kems, I don't want Kems come on no live and talk about JSW. Leave JSW alone. Talk about the Lakers, no JSW. But we're not here to talk about basketball tonight. We're here to focus on some football. And as we have as we have known, we knew that Jamaica lost the other night. Well, not last, although it
Yeah,
felt
pretty
like
much
a
a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, they drew 1-1 with um as a team again,
El
El
Salvador.
El
Salvador.
Salvador, through a 90th minute equalizer. I was like, damn. It felt like a lost in that minute because you can't tell me say you take the lead at the 82nd minute and then you come concede in the 90th minute. But before we get to all of that, first up, when you guys saw the starting 11, I'm going to start it, Ryan. When you saw that starting 11 and you see Javon Watson beside Anthony Grant, what was your reaction? Because, I mean, these two players play exactly alike in terms of what they give to this team. So, was it necessary to play these two players in that game?
When I saw the starting 11, I was just hoping for one thing: for when the ball reached the front four, if you like, um, they just try to do their best with the ball and try to maintain possession. Because once the ball goes into the midfield, we are not going to have any chance of retaining possession because those two guys are midfield destroyers. They are not possessive pass of the ball. They're going to get the ball and try to get rid of it as quick as possible, which will result in overturns. And so, as was expected, was what happened. Especially with Watson when he had the ball, we just kept on losing it, losing it, losing it. Even Grant as well. He made some bad passes in that game. I realized that some of the time when the defenders had the ball, they tried to go long, and it was just a comfortable day for the El Salvador defenders when we tried to go route one against them. So my only hope was for us to maintain possession with the front four, which would be very difficult given that they'll have to be taking on players and try to create chances. And by trying to create chances, you're going to practically lose the ball. It's not like you can go back to the midfielders and try to restart the phase of play or anything like that because the midfielders are not going to maintain possession. So that was our downfall. We just had to try and get the ball and try to go at the goal at the same time. And even by doing so, we lost possession because obviously by trying to create chances, as I said earlier, that will result in overturns more than anything else.
Okay, Kims, I'm just going to jump right ahead into it. Here's Michelle asking, she's saying that someone please explain why Anthony never start.
Can I take that on?
All right, go ahead.
The same reason why Pulisic only got 20 minutes for USA. Clubs and national team have arrangement, especially when you have more than one games to play. They don't want you to overplay their players. Um, there's usually an agreement in terms of how many minutes they can play. So you can expect Pulisic and Antonio to start the USA game.
No, but
All
that
right.
that doesn't. Well,
Yeah, Kims, go ahead, man.
yeah, hear me? I'm not sure if Ryan thought that that was some spectacular
No, it
explanation
wasn't. It's
he's
not
giving
about
us.
spectacular. It's about what it is. It's
No,
not about
but
spectacular.
then
Remember the
if
first game when Antonio played, he West Ham said 60 minutes or 70 minutes
yeah, but
against Panama. So it's not about spectacular.
no, but what I'm saying is that if there's ever a game I would play Antonio in, it would have been the El Salvador game. Me would have prefer him get 20 minutes in the USA game versus 20 minutes in the El Salvador game because I believe that I believe that his physicality, his football IQ, his movement, I believe all of that was needed in the El Salvador game. So I believe that was a game that we could have capitalized on because I believe, me personally, I believe with or without Antonio, we will lose the USA game. That's just my feeling. So I believe that if you're going to go all in for a game, it's obviously a team where is either you want them on the same level or you're a little bit better than them. Not a team that is, way better than you. So I think that the ball was dropped there where it was concerned. So I believe that, whoever was making the arrangements, I think they would have said, okay, we can play him 60 minutes in a El Salvador game and then 20 minutes in the USA game. And I think Jamaicans would have been more pleased with that. I think that would have just made more sense because right now, we dig ourselves even a deeper hole. Obviously, I say World Cup 2026, but we dig ourselves a deeper hole because obviously you see when Antonio come on the field, Antonio 20 minutes is what we want one game like that from Leon Bailey. Just one game like that. That's what me want. We want to see Antonio 20 minutes. It was very active, very involved. Obviously, he got the goal, and when Antonio came onto the field, you can see that, hey, that guy is a different quality player. That guy is a different caliber. That guy is probably a Premier League player. When Leon Bailey is playing, I don't see that. I see, oh, some Jamaicans that play football. So, it's very unfortunate, we can only hope for the best for the USA game, but, I don't see the same impact.
I agree with what Kim just said because I'm thinking the same thing that you have a game like El Salvador, it's easy of the opponents. These 3 points was more vital than the 3 points that come against USA if you're going to get anything from that, right? So why
Yes.
not go all out against El Salvador to get those 3 points and then say, here what boys? We're coming off a win against Honduras, a win against El Salvador. Let's go out there and get at least a draw against USA. Let's be pumped for that because we're coming off 2 wins. So it do make
Exactly.
a lot of sense, but boy, I can't see what goes on.
Because, all
But
right.
can I,
So when, no, go ahead.
yeah, I understand where you guys coming from, and in some sense, I agree with it. But I'm just going to use an example with the European qualification. Sweden and Georgia, right? Sweden started with Zlatan against Georgia because I said, oh, Georgia is going to be the easier game. We may not get none from Spain, so we have to win Georgia game. And they lost with Zlatan starting. And against Spain now, they didn't start Zlatan because him start the first game, so you can't really start the second game based on for obvious reasons. So it can go both ways. Some of the time you gamble and it fail, or some of the time you gamble and it works. So
No,
it
but
depends on what the coaching start. But I agree with what you're saying.
my
I understand where you're coming from. So I'm just also showing the flip side of it based on
no,
what
but
happened.
Ryan. Okay, but Ryan, but let me show you. I would be comfortable with Antonio starting, and we're not winning the game. Like, I'm just more comfortable that way because I would have seen the effort, I would have seen the mindset behind it. So even if we don't win the game and Antonio play the 60 minutes or 70 minutes or whatever it is, I am more comfortable with that than see the man come on for 20 minutes in our El Salvador game. So irrespective of the result, like again, against a team that we deem weaker, against a team that we really, believe so we can beat, and so I believe so, we send the best team out there, and we try to get the job accomplished, and then after you can do that. The USA game, then so for example, hypothetically, right? We win Honduras, then we beat El Salvador. Now we're going to the USA game, Tappa can get to play whatever I'm love play. Give the ball to the other team, make them have their possession, and we just try to defend, with all 11 players or so. And try to defend against USA and see if we can get a result or whatever the case may be. And then, this fixtures would have be good for week. I would have get 4 points from it, and would have look on the up. But right now we are look 1 point from 2 games. Really seem like it's in our favor at all.
All right, before I move on, welcome to the chat, Shakes, say Michelle, also say Jermaine, And I also say Lataya, big up on yourself. And for everybody that is watching and they don't comment, big up on yourself same way. I don't know if you guys want me to show the video for Antonio's goal. Hope that we don't get copyrighted. So here it goes.
3 relapse in a row, that means I'm a direct root boy. 2 gaps on my own, that means I'm a direct root boy. Man can't call up my phone, then go on like a direct root boy. One side bag and a stone, he don't make you a direct root boy.
Some MCs come with the wickedest talk, but really them man chat crap. Acting like a gunny, but they're gonna backtrack. When real niggas step on the rhythm and chat backs, I don't.
So, I don't know what to play, but hey.
I don't know for whatever reason it was buffering.
No, but
Yeah, it
we'll
was
see it.
buffering. I don't know
See it,
why.
man. But all right. So
Okay,
this
good.
is all right. So this is, for example, now I say Shamar Nicholson. I say Shamar Nicholson up top, right? And I don't know. As a striker, I just believe you can obviously you can poach and you can get them like a tap-ins there. But I believe, like, for my striker, I know I can't say, boy, I probably watch too much English Premier League or whatever the case is. But for my striker, I want a player who can create something out of nothing. Like the Antonio goalie, I really and truly something out of nothing. You see me? The man just use him quality, use him instinct. We see this man do this countless times. So West Ham, just run at defenders and just make something happen. So, great goal by him, but okay, Mannings, man. Talking now. Good evening, Mannings, man. You're mute, man.
Oh, good evening to the sports frenzy gang. Ryan, I hope that tonight we'll have more amicable discussion. Because the last time the discussion was on fire. Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Sometimes you need fire now.
Yeah, that is true. Little fire is good. Big up all the persons in the comment section, shakes and things. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man, as a jumper, let me just tell you, man. Congrats on the 2K subs, man. I was on the channel earlier and tuning into your schoolboy football talking about Jamaica for a bit. So congrats on the 2K subs, man.
Yeah, man. Waiting on you guys to reach up there, You understand me?
Mannings, man, when you're talking about STGC, you need to invite me on the program for that, because STGC is taking the Manning Cup this year. No bogus thing. So when you're talking about STGC, you need to invite me on the program. All right, boss?
You know more. Obviously, you know more than the people who coach and manage STGC, because they have decided that they are rebuilding and they know that they're not going to win the Manning Cup. But you know more than them.
No, but let me tell you, STGC, you normally take, if Never Bill, Fuzzy, that's how I'm named, Gail, and all them people, they like, we normally take a very humble approach. So, we say, oh,
that sounds like a lie to me. It's not humble.
But even years ago,
that doesn't like you being humble.
No, man. Even when we win the Manning Cup those years, Never Bill always say, hey, we just go there to play, we just go see what we can do. But we know the strength of the team, but it doesn't make no sense to give it away,
That's different from saying that you can't because you're rebuilding and stuff. But it's a team that I like Burkett and Rochester. I think Rochester is the best player in the league. That Cavalier youngster that plays centre back. But I think they're going to be very very, very, very good this year. But I want to get into the Reggae Boy thing because I don't want to bore you with schoolboy football and all of that. But kind of jumped on when you were talking about the centre forward position. I picked my team. Listen, I wish sometime Coach Whitmore would hear some of us, persons who are panel on some of these shows, and probably just take a little bit of the advice. You understand me? It's always good to learn from different places. I say that because I find it hard to explain some of the decisions in terms of selection. I try to be reasonable and rational. I try to figure out like what could be his reason behind certain decisions, and it not making like certain decision not making any sense. I'll give you one, and then I'll come to this game, right? So prior to this El Salvador game, he was using Junior Fleming to come on or to start. You are in this game now, and you wanted to make a change, so you'd start Junior Fleming and bring on Bobby Reed. or if even if Corey Burke played, you take off Corey Burke and you put on Junior Fleming. So you have a game now where Corey Burke is coming off injury. The last game you start Junior Fleming, but now you want to make a change in the same position and you bring on Corey Burke and don't give Junior Fleming any game. Like, what did Corey Burke do to go past Junior Fleming?
It's basically, I don't know if I can use these words and you know what I want to say. But it's basically, there's no difference between either of them. They're just equally not that good.
I agree that they're not good enough.
I was going to use an analogy, but I don't think I can say it over the program, so I won't say it.
All right,
but they're
fine.
equally not that good. So one or the other, it don't make a difference.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about the quality of them. I'm talking about the process of selection. In other words, right, if you have two not good players, you say that both of them are at the same level. But I've been using you to start, using you to come on, and I need someone to go out there. Why would I use someone that I was not using any at all?
No, he was using Corey. Corey just got injured. Corey been in the squad and been getting quality playing time. He and Junior Flemings were just stinking up the field, left, right, and center.
All right, so that is part of my whole thing with it.
So it's just either one or the other, you're going to get the same output.
All right. So Haka played. You have seen the videos where he's a traffic cop on the field. He plays in a game and he plays centre back. Right? He plays centre back and plays well. And then you take him and you put him back in midfield. The man run out time sacks. You know, I've heard that literally, but I've seen it figuratively. Like the man literally play the game and run out time sacks. You know, when the man coming off the field, he's just a Tappa him sacks. You see, the rest of the sacks gone. You know, they say the physios. I don't know why so I understand Mikel Antonio could not have started because you know that he wasn't training, so I kind of knew that, and they asked that he played only for fit because even during halftime he didn't come back out with the team. They were still trying to get the physio was still trying to get him going because he is having some muscle problem. I guess because he played the game. All right. So I understand that. All right. So he could not have started. Fine. But why we didn't start Ravel? That's the question I'm asking. Like, what did Ravel not do or do to not start?
All right. So you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
It was either Ravel or Javon Watson.
There's a choice. That's not a choice.
It's a choice for Tappa, not us. We see it logically and just know that that's the automatic pick that Ravel would start. But in Tappa's world, I said it on this program, and I believe the rest of gentlemen actually laughed that I was crazy when I said that just expect Watson to start. Here it was. Watson started, and it won't be surprising if come tomorrow you see Javon Watson starting again. It won't be a surprise.
Remember the last window, Javon started all 3 games.
Exactly. But Manings, man, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to think as to what could be going through Tappa's head, but
I'm
there's
telling
no
Gregory Messam told me last night on my show, Gregory Messam said it is Haka and any 10.
Yep.
Gregory Messam said the first team that goes on the match card.
Not even Blake.
It's Javon Watson.
All right, my name's man. I have a question. All right, I have a question, and I know many persons, even the Whitmore faithful Demo, I say Tappa out now, right? But
really, Demo? You sure?
Yeah, man. Even Demo,
man, jump off now, Kems. In jump off totally.
No, man. Maybe somebody was trolling. You sure it's Demo? Like you heard that or your site being typed?
No, man. Him say Tappa out, man.
Yeah, man, in jump off no Mannings, man. He said Tappa out. Him tired right now.
Out.
And he never saw the light when you were actually telling him, but now he see the light.
So Manny's man, this is my question, right? And in sports, right? In sports in general, whether it be basketball, NFL, football, I believe three things mostly happen in sports, right? There's always adversity, there's always a random event, and there's always a sudden change. Always them three things that always happen in a sports, right? So I'm watching the game now, and we were, El Salvador. Uh, I guess them say stats don't tell the full story, but watching the game and the stats, the only thing I believe the Reggae Boys led El Salvador in was fouls and goalkeeper saves and them little something, right? However, I'm saying after 45 minutes, right, I was to say we're not playing no football, and this is basically a must-win game because I think when it was halftime, I think Honduras was up 2-0 on Panama or something like that. Right? So, and I'm sure the people them down there, they're getting the scores at the other game, so they know what's going on. So I'm saying at halftime now, wouldn't you, I guess we can put you in the coach's shoes, wouldn't you, as the coach now, try come out with something different? Or were you comfortable enough, you watching the game, were you comfortable enough at halftime? Um, were you comfortable enough at halftime to say, this same 11 can go out there playing the same exact style? Big up Michelle.
You know that Michelle look like Don Lemon
Does she?
from seeing it. I'm just joking. I just realized it's funny. I'm just joking. But let me just say this. Kems, very good point.
Yes.
Very good question. All right. So here's the thing now. So again, it's trying to figure out the coach, which obviously I've been trying and I can't do it. So here's my observation. Maybe he told himself that we're going to try and stay in the game for 60 minutes. And after 60 minutes, I'm going to bring on my more offensive-minded players to see if we can get a goal and then go from there. All right? Because he probably thought, like, I'm going to have Antonio for the last 20 or so minutes, so I may be able to nip a one goal. I just need to make sure that I'm in the game. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm thinking that maybe this is what it, I don't know. I'm just, because this is the only thing that could make sense. So it says, let me start with a more defensive-minded set of players. I'm not going to look good, but let me keep El Salvador at bay. In the second half, take the first 15 minutes, see if I can play defensive. Hopefully the El Salvadorans get tired. And then I bring in my offensive player. So let's say that it was working, right? It is working. Say it is working. You score a goal. You score a goal and you go one up in the 81st minute. You're one up. All right. You by this now your two defensive midfielders are off the field, so you have less ability to win the ball in the middle of the park. And you weren't winning the ball when those two were really in it, So now you're going to put yourself under pressure based on the decision that you have made. All right? So the first thing you needed to have done is have a change where you can put Steele in midfield. Somebody who can win ball in midfield. All right? But now so when you took off Liam Bailey, you brought on Liam Moore. Why you put him in centre back when you never change a centre back?
Come on, no man. Coaches do these things. You can't curse with more for that change in particular, because when you're trying to
the change is right. No, what I'm saying, the change is right in a right.
It don't matter. Some of the time you change formation to see out game. So that is neither here nor there. That change is neither here nor there, to be honest with you. What should have happened was Corey Burke shouldn't have lost the ball where he lost the ball. And the defenders should have stepped up and marked the player that the ball was heading towards. All right. So let me because the change was made to seal the victory, right? And we lost the ball in the wrong place, and the defenders never step up to cut out the cross.
All right, let me.
So that was the mistake. You
let
don't
me-
have to make like for like changes.
No man,
Especially when you see no games.
No, remember, I'm not. Remember, I'm saying, when you take off Leon Bailey, I still
I hear
want.
what you said.
No man, I still want Liam Moore to come on. I'm not saying that don't put on Liam Moore. I'm saying that up to this point, we never had an issue defensively. We never had an issue defensively. We had an issue in midfield.
No, but remember now, Ravel was on, and with Ravel on, you have a better chance of maintaining possession when you have the ball.
But
when we had the two destroyers on, we were losing the ball in midfield.
No, so
No,
follow
Ryan.
me. So
Ryan,
I don't think you're
make a
listening to Ryan,
different point.
son.
You make a different point than what I must say.
You're
You
not-
make a
you're not-
different
No,
point than what I must say.
no, hold on. Let me just clarify my message. When you have three, I think who went three at the back, right? Was it three at the back who went when Liam came on? No, sir.
All right. So yeah,
Basically you had
all right. So
yeah,
let me
three at
just
the back, and then you'd have Ravel and Grant would have been in the midfield. To Ravel would be a better option to maintain possession when we get the ball. So
we weren't winning the ball. So we weren't. What management is saying
so
that we had no one to
that's what I'm
win the
saying.
ball.
I think you and I are making two different points. And
all right, go ahead again.
all right, so let me just see if I can explain it. Let me go a little. So when we took off Leon Bailey. So we remove our attacking threat on that side of the field. So I'm thinking that when you brought on Liam Moore, keep him in midfield with Ravel and Speedy. So that we'd have, because the issue we were having was not at centre back. When you put him in a back three, you made watch this. You made the Leon Bailey change. You change Damian Lowe from the left side of defense, because there were two defenders. You put him further right, you move Murray up, and you slotted. Right? So you move, remember now, Damian Lowe came centrally from the left side. So that's one change. Liam Moore went out to the left. Then Mariappa, who was playing beside Lowe, went over to the right. Fisher. So what you did, you change up the whole defensive structure of your team. When you weren't having defensive problems, you're having you needed a person in the midfield because to win the ball so that Ravel could create the passes. Because Jamaica wasn't possessing the ball.
You need a player where
Stick up in.
Yeah.
All right. I can see the point that you're making, but then this is where Ryan Pines comes in, because
exactly.
we have seen many times internationally and even at club where, yes, teams might be losing the ball, the midfield duel. However, they just bring in a defender to shore it up. And we see Mourinho do this over and over, where Mourinho lose midfield battle. And
so let me go to the next issue that we have, because this is where, and I'm not blaming Liam Moore. And I'm saying to you that Corey Burke should not have lost the ball. He's culpable in this. But after he lost the ball, after they lost the ball, they still made 5 passes before the goal was scored.
Yes.
All right.
You know what this reminds me of?
So let me tell you what happened.
This reminds me of, Mannings? Yeah, what this reminds me of. And I'm going to let you finish your point. I remember a game when Manchester United was playing against Everton earlier this season, where Fred was on about the half line. Demari Gray just bodied him, take the ball from him, and instead Fred just take a yellow card from way out there, let the man then go and make 2 passes, boom, in the back of the net.
You know, while watching the game, I see them win the ball. I said, we need to be careful or this going to score. 2 seconds later, the ball was in the net.
All right. So let me
because the way I see El Salvador moving the ball from that point through the midfield and into our attacking third, I was like, this look like a goal. And so said so done, because we just stood up.
So everything, remember now, when this change was made, the entire team structure changed, because now you're playing 5-4-1.
But do you agree though that we had better players on the field at that time to maintain possession, given that we had Ravel and Speedy in the midfield?
Speedy. When we got the ball, remember the goal was scored in the 98th minute,
So I'm saying that I won't curse Tappa for that change, because we'd have had better players
Hold on,
on the
Ryan.
field
No, man.
at
But
that.
follow me.
Hold on,
But follow me.
let them finish. We'd have had better players on the field at that point to see out the game.
All right, but follow my point, right?
The error wasn't the change. The error was what Corey did and what the
Yeah, but
defenders didn't do.
I'm not going to listen. I think. All right. If we're going to say the defenders, so follow me. Just follow my logic. When I watch the game, I hear you, and do I can agree with that. When the ball was lost by Burke, throughout the game, whenever the ball was lost in those positions, because Bobby Reed lost a few and other people. Here's what happened. Anthony Grant would go and double team where Kemar Lawrence was. That meant that in other words, the El Salvadorian team was not given the opportunity to square balls in the box. On this occasion, I think the change in formation, we lost the ball like we have done in previous moments in the game. But this time, we never had a ball winner who was assigned to help the left back. So Lawrence was in a position where he had two choices. One, do I play for the cutback or do I close down the cross? Because up to this point, El Salvador was cutting the ball box at the edge of the box. So when Grant was there, it prevented that. It prevented the cutback so he could go closer to the man who was squaring the ball. Remember, this was a one-time squaring the ball. Came in, it went back out, and the guy knocked it over. Really, one time. So you don't get the defense. The defense didn't have any time to get in their shape because more had just come on, and I think they were trying to figure out who goes where, what Ravel does.
No. They had more than enough time and they know where they were supposed to be. They were just not there. There is no way a defender come on and don't know when it's supposed to be. That's not possible.
Ryan, you're missing the point I'm making though. I'm not talking about Mikel Antonio. You are going on to play center forward or you're playing midfield. I'm not talking about that. Every player know that the coach say, all right, you're the center of the defense. That don't tell you that when the ball is in this place, this is what it. Then you know what? But
you're muted.
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
So all I'm saying is this: Corey Burke is culpable for the goal. Don't get me wrong. Tappa, I'm not arguing the substitution. I would have brought on Liam Moore. What I have a problem with is the substitution change the whole shape of the team. And this is not the first game that we have done this. In the El Salvador game, we made a change when we brought on Peter Lee Vassell. In the Mexico game, we brought on Peter Lee Vassell and changed the shape, and we conceded the goal. And many of us said if Grant had stayed, we needed a change, you know. But when you change the personnel and you change the formation, it can cause confusion. And what I saw is that defensively, there was confusion and no communication because they didn't have enough time out there to determine what they're going to do. Are we going to? Because the chance that El Salvador got was a ball that was cut back and the guy hit it from a corner on the right side and Fisher's side. And they played it short, they cut it back to the edge of the 18. The guy kicked it, and I think it went out for a next corner because Blake was going out.
Wasn't it on the same play that Grant was arguing with Leon that he should cover it?
I'm telling you, no, not with Leon.
Yeah, man, he was arguing with Leon, man. Ian Leon Bailey were arguing at that
right, point. Leon Bailey, there you go. I remember at the beginning of the game, they got a ball that they almost squared, but Lawrence blocked it. And Javon Watson was arguing with Grant, saying that you need to go there. All I'm saying is that we never had that because Burke lost the ball. He turned his back. He could have fouled the man, but there were 4 plays, and there was nobody, I think, going back down there to double team. So Kemar Lawrence, Liam Moore should have jumped. Lowe should have jumped. I didn't even hear the goalkeeper. I didn't see the goalkeeper like he was just anything. So I feel like there was no communication. Okay. And that's me still. But I understand Ryan's point that if Burke had not lost the ball, the goal would not have been scored.
Yeah, because
And
Burke
you
could
can
have
get
done a
away
lot of
from that.
things.
Yeah.
Burke could just take a yellow card for the team, call it a day. But
Simple.
you know that for me, Leon Bailey had a poor game.
Of
Reason I
course.
say that,
Yeah,
there's
everybody said that.
no way you can have that feeble, weak left back and don't beat him in your sleep. I watched that entire first half and that second half, and I was like, why
Brother,
Leon is afraid to take on the man and just skin him?
I
Because
rate Leon Bailey, but I am telling you this: if Ricardo Fuller and Walter Boyd had that player for the duration of the game, they will beat him at least one time.
and trust me, see if Mikel Antonio played on that right hand side, Antonio would have skinned that left back all day long. Because I was looking at him and I said, you know that this man weak, and if you actually realize is that, you see, if you beat him for pace, there's one thing he's going to do. He's either going to try to hold you back or kick you down. Simple as that. Because I've seen in multiple occasions where the referee never ref the game properly for me. You know. Because I've seen where a lot of times where El Salvador made some plays where it was questionable. There should have been some call and he let it flow. While as a Jamaican man say, here what, just push a man. In blow
Especially a player when El Salvador
but he's only
player
two
not
yellow
even-
cards we got.
Yeah, but we only got 2 yellow mannings, but they got a lot of free kicks. There were a lot of fouls for Jamaica.
Yeah.
No,
There
they
was
were-
one when
they
El Salvador player
we-
just started
we-
roll for no reason.
We
Yes,
got more
I think
fouls
that
than
was the
them.
same player.
We didn't get more. We got more fouls than them, you know. They fouled us
No.
more.
No, they followed us 11 times and we followed them 12 times. That's not bad.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
not bad. But what I'm saying, all right, like when you play like a little, when you play a community ball game and you have a little juvenile who want to play with the big man them, so you say, all right, come in here, and say you as the baller when you see that juvenile there, you go at him because say no, my time for show me. That's how we expect Leon Bailey to do. That's how we expect Leon Bailey to do. But as I said before, the man has been very disappointing. I don't know when him decides to have a show up, he has been very disappointing this game as well. This is a game where I personally thought that he should have came off the bench. I didn't think that he should start. I think he should have come off at the bench, but him start and it's like he never start. So no.
Listen,
Yeah,
I don't.
and,
Leon, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think Leon Bailey was poor, and I also think you see these players either they don't. I don't think they rate. Like I get the feeling, like some of the players don't rate each other highly. Like Damian Lowe, who I thought was covering well in defense, made some errors, but I thought he played better than the Honduras game. But I find that even when he gets the ball, he only tries to find Leon Bailey. He always plays it long. And if you're playing against Jamaica, after the first couple of occasions, you're going to figure that out. This is international football. International football. And just watch back the game. How many times he tried to hit the ball to Leon Bailey? And sometimes your best player don't need to always get the ball. You don't need to be the star on the ball. You just need to be the star in the game.
What if the instruction is that Bailey is the outlet? Because what if the instruction was Bailey is the outlet and Bailey is the creative player? So we are expecting him to beat players and him never do his job.
All right. So
Ryan,
Ryan,
how can you assign that to a man that has never played good for Jamaica?
all right,
I'm just saying he's expected to play good. Remember, teams have outlets,
All right, so
You
Ryan,
have
say
some,
that he's the
you have
outlet.
some designated players on the team who they are the outlet for the team. So they are the ones who get the ball and try to create.
If he's the outlet,
Mhm.
so I'm going to say he's the outlet, and your first 5 passes to him don't work. Either change the forward to the other side, change him to the other side of the field because he can use both feet, put him on the other side, or change your outlet.
Mhm.
But nothing, all I'm saying is that nothing changed. These are the little things I think like Leon Bailey's having a hard time, either because of form or the field or the good defender. At least just put him on the other side for a couple of plays and see if we can get anything different.
Tappa rigid in a brother. Tappa not even know say you can do that.
But also another player that was poor through the game, and he has been poor consistently for the longest while for Jamaica, and that's Bobby Reid. Bobby Reid has been piss poor for Jamaica. And I'm going to go back to Manningsman player. I think Manningsman was one. Yeah, you came and mentioned him. Junior Flemings, right? You realize that Bobby Reed was having a poor game. I mean, I'm not a Junior Flemings fan because I don't like when this guy play either. However, this guy gives you more than what Bobby Reed gives you for Jamaica. So why is it that you as a coach thinking you've seen what the man done through the 45 minutes? You have seen what he has done through the qualification so far. Why not make a substitution to actually alter that? And as you pointed out, from the get going, as I said, that lineup was wrong. There's no way Ravel shouldn't start. So that was the first mistake. So you realize all of that. What about in-game management? These are where coaches get their ratings, and this is what Tappa lacks. Tappa lacks in-game management, and we didn't see any of that. So I'm saying Bobby Reed hasn't been playing well. Even Leon himself wasn't playing well. And if you look at it, both of those guys were on the same side. They were playing on the right-hand side because you know that Fisher came under a lot of pressure because it was Fisher basically alone defending against two men at times. He was double team majority of the times. And I mean, he stood his ground on some plays while he got beaten on a couple of occasions, and he had a scary moment in the box where he gave away the ball, but he recovered and all of that. So I'm saying you realize the problem there. Why you as a coach never get up and just say, here what? This man now for me no cover, so make a sub.
No, I'm saying that. If you don't want to change him, I can give you that. Don't take him off the field, change him on the field. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you have some reason why you want him to play a certain amount of time. I'm going to give you that. Here's some simple in-game stuff we can do. And this is where now I'm going to come back to my previous point. At the end of the game, you were willing to change the formation to see out the game, right? You brought on Liam Moore to change the formation to see out the game. When Bobby Reed is struggling, you had two center forwards out here, don't it? Shamar Nicholson and Kemar Roof, who was having a bad game in the position he was playing. The best games that he has played is when he has played closer to center forward. Why we didn't just play 4-4-2 at this point? Why we didn't just move Bailey to the stronger defensive player, Kemar Lawrence behind him, and put Bobby Reed, who is going to come back more to help Fisher defending? Like, these are in-game stuff that could have been done if you don't want to take the player out of the game. In the same way you were willing to change the formation at the back end of the game, during the game you could have changed it to a 4-4-2 because you have the personnel already on the field.
Football funny, Football funny, So if we did see out the game though, we never consider that injury time goal. Management would be saying wonderful performance by Tappa, wonderful substitution, wonderful in-game management.
Not Mannings, man.
I told you that we won 2-0 against El Salvador, and I tell people that game, it was not good, Honduras. So there's no way, having seen the game up to the 81st minute, Tappa should say that, boy, good game. No, good win, because a good win is different, because any win is good enough, but it's certainly not a good game.
But Ryan, I think you're probably mixing up Manningsman with Dima. Dima would be the one that would become here gloating about big masterclass by Tappa and all of that. Dima is the one that does those things. But here's Fabi Frano saying that. Do you guys believe Tappa and the coaching staff evaluate each game? I can answer that. No. Because it's clear and obvious. Because all right, here what? If you look at how the team play, right? You don't see any particular player taking on any player from the other team. So, for instance, we know say this team probably have a weak point, right? Why not have the players go after that player, or why not have them attack more on that side? You don't see any man marking really. So that within itself proves that they don't evaluate the opponents and they don't take any coaching whatsoever. It's obvious because he has been doing this right out through the qualification. So, if any of you guys would like to add to that, you can go ahead.
All right, so I have a question, and I guess Mannings or anybody can answer. Okay,
you have to answer Levan question first before you ask yours.
Oh, sure. I think. What was the question again?
It's on the screen still, man.
You want God for a different thing and to respond.
No, answer was no.
Do you guys believe Tappa?
That don't need no more answer.
I was asking if you had have anything to add to what I said.
Well, so to be honest, I'm not sure if they do, but the way they play,
James, you're going to forget the question, so go ahead and ask.
No, man, I forget, man. But I don't know if they evaluate each game. I'm not in the room with them. I can ask, but I'm not sure. But the way how them come out and play each game, it doesn't look like they evaluate each game at all. It don't look like it. What I can say though, let me wait for the reverse fixtures to come. So now we're gonna play USA again. Let me see the adjustments that they make from the first USA game come to this USA game, and from the first Panama game to this Panama game. Let me see what can be done, and then we can get back to that question. You know, as much as I like Whitmore as a coach, you know, as a Jamaican, I'm willing to give him the opportunity to change my mind. He hasn't so far. 7 games gone. He hasn't so far, but he still have some more to go. All right. My question, shoot, I forget it for real, brother. Oh, yeah. Remember now. So this is my question, right? Okay, so we have a lot of English-based players on the team. Leon Bailey, Liam Moore, Bobby Reed. We have all these international players, freaking English-based players, right? So let us say that the coach is incompetent of seeing certain stuff or making some in-game changes. Wouldn't one think that boy probably Leon Bailey can say, hey guys, you know, this is what they're doing. You know, let us try and do this and do that. Or is that a little bit above their scope? And I guess anybody can answer. I don't know.
No, when you're a senior player, especially an established player, you can make in-game transitions. Because players are not robots, you know. The coach only can guide, but the players are the one who actually implement. And by implementing, you can realize that something not working and decide amongst yourself that this is what we're going to do. So they can do that.
Manningsman, you mute, Manningsman. So
Ryan, you're right, you know, because something went wrong. Remember, in the game against Honduras, we started out very bad. Javon Watson, didn't he go back out of midfield into centre back? So we made so the point I'm making, why did we, like, at no point, Leon, all right, even in Aston Villa, you will see Leon Bailey at times change position, even for one sequence of play. We tried the same thing with him for the duration of his time on the field, and though it was not working, Leon Bailey only had one ball that he played in the box. One ball. And he went down, it was a corner or something, and he came back to him at the back post, and he
played more than one, man.
In the box?
Yeah. Remember, he was on the right hand side and he swung over across and went over Nicholson's head, and then the play that you're talking about now was when the ball was kicked into the box and you run down the right hand side, beat the defender, then cut it back to the square.
And just chip it across, and I mean, it came out to nothing. I think there was a foul on that play. I think it was Lowe or somebody who fouled a defender. So my point is, all right, so 2 or 3 balls across the box in 60 minutes cannot be, like, you have to do something else. Put the man over the other side.
Yeah.
Put him in the middle. Just do something different.
No. But
for one sequence.
No, but Manningsman, this is the thing again, right? If you are this man play for Aston Villa, right? This man play creme de la creme, right? So if you play that, I believe you're supposed to have the instinct to say, boy, you're not even need Whitmore for telling certain things. You can tell the coach, hey coach, you now work over your son.
But Kims, stick a pin right there. I heard that he highlighted it to Whitmore. I heard that Leon Bailey pointed it out to Whitmore, and also Paul Al pointed out something
in the game,
and Tappa ignored both of them. As the game finished, I saw people mentioning that they saw where Paul Al went to him and pointed out some tactical things that he should have done. Like he was pointing towards what should be done, and Tappa just turning back on him.
With more kind of stubborn to him. From him playing days, he's kind of stubborn, brother. Way he is hard. You know, you have to ring your pitney ears. He is kind of hard. But then again, even so, Levan, I just believe say like a quote unquote superstar player. Like I just think say boy, because there's a lot of times, we have been watching English Premier League for a while. There's a lot of times where we see a player now the good panda side. Yeah. For example, like we can give you an example, like when I watch Bayern and I see like a Kingsley Coman. We see him now the good pan the right side. Just gone over, try and see if him try and look over here. So and that can be coaching and team, but I believe that especially against a team like El Salvador, where Jamaica really and truly theoretically not supposed to struggle with the team, so bad way. Where Leon Bailey can beat a man. And I know we have seen this many times where him can't beat a man, he not get in the squares in the box and so. And I see Anthony Henry keep on repeating that Leon Bailey was our best attacker. I'm not really sure where I'm on that account to, but I can say Leon Bailey is the best attacker, but he just wasn't good enough.
Wait, excluding Mikel Antonio.
Huh?
Excluding Mikel Antonio.
No, he said he was our best attacker.
Excluding Mikel Antonio. That's what he means.
He didn't.
No man, I think that is but that's what he means though. He said, if you exclude Mikel Antonio, of the other players, Leon Bailey was the best. That's probably what he means.
All right, so I think
she said no.
This is the second time I said Paul.
Hold on. Is he saying? All right, I'm not.
Anthony Henry said no.
So a man get 15 minutes and have around 4 touches and score a goal.
I was very
impactful. Can't cross square the ball to save him life, eh?
And I'm not trying to
say. He said best.
I figure that's what he meant. I was going for that too.
Must be.
I just wanted him to.
Okay.
But here's Pepe Paul saying that is Tappa really a defensive coach? Because no defensive coach would concede 2 goals in 5 games.
We don't know what type of coach. We don't know what type of coach Tappa is.
I know. Vibes.
I know it's a man who love vibes. I can tell you that. Love the vibes.
But let's look forward to the game now against USA because boy, what has happened already has already happened, and we'll just have to face the reality of it. I know we have USA to face, and USA are doing well. I see people right.
Sorry. Let me help. Owen, let me just say this. You need to read. So if you go back to it's at what is this? I think it's 850 something. It says I'm not saying he played well, but he was our best. He didn't say the best person who started. All right, Owen Green, that's what he said. He said Leon was the best. All right, and then it was Kems who responded. So of course I am reading it. Owen Green. So you need to read it proper, my brother.
But they lose and they're coming up against the USA side, and I don't know why people have this USA as a team that hey, it's 2026 and what have you not. I keep on telling people that this team is arguably the best team in CONCACAF. And Kim's come here almost every time we talk about international football. I said, hear what? The USA want to be the best in everything. They enter. So,
and your squad is deep.
If you look at exactly, because if you can imagine man like Gio Reyna and all those guys are hot. And it's like they don't miss nobody at all. Just imagine that. And coming to Jamaica, Pulisic might start this game because, as Ryan said, Tuchel had warned USA to, Tuchel said that, here what? I'm not about to do it again because remember last time he got injured on international duty. So they got the warning already, so they couldn't play him for both of the games for all the minutes. No, they got a very good victory against Mexico. Now looking at this, as I said before, Tappa is going to start his boy Haka plus 10, or I could limit it down to Haka, Blake, and Low plus any other 8. So with that in mind, do you guys think that Jamaica stand a chance of getting anything whatsoever from this game? Kems, you already hold up and said they're not getting anything with or without.
Let me tell you. So let me tell you, if USA play like how they play Mexico, Jamaica will get about 7. Jamaica will get about 7, probably 8. Down at the office there, so Jamaica will probably get around 7, 8. If them ever play Jamaica like how they play Mexico. But I don't think that they'll play Jamaica that way because I believe that they'll play down to their competition. So And I think they'll probably play. I think they'll win the game, obviously, because like this team is just better. Let's just face the facts. This team is just better than Jamaica. If you want to tell me, say these 5,000 fans who is going to be there is going to make a difference at the quote unquote office, then all right, you can try and sell me that dream anytime. But I just believe that this USA team mean business, and this. If Jamaica was supposed to either get a result from USA, it should have been from the first fixture. No, I don't think that they'll be able to stand a chance.
My thing is, the best hope we have is a draw, like a 0-0 draw, because if it's score, I think we're going to lose once goals come involved. I don't think we're going to score one, much more if we're going to score more than one. So I think the best hope we can hope for is a draw, even though I said that USA squad is deep. Missing Weston McKennie is going to be a big miss for them. And I think they are missing a few other players due to suspension and injuries. So they will be short a few players. So that is our best hope, that we can get a draw from them. And I don't know what that can do for us. I don't see what that is going to do for us, because we need a win. We should have gotten the win from El Salvador again, which we didn't. So I don't know what else. And given that USA are at the top right now, we can hope that they are overconfident and them don't necessarily need to have to win this game, whereas we need to win it, and that can spur away on to get the draw. But outside of that, I don't. Looking at the table right now, the four best teams separate themselves already.
All right. So
the bottom four is just playing for fifth right now.
All right, man, quickly before you go, because we know you're going to go. So quickly before you go. Like, you have some teams that play inspired. Like, you say, boy, this team back against the wall, so this team is going to show up. Jamaica is not one of those teams for me. Jamaica is not one of those teams who say, well, we need to win this game, we're going up against a team better than us, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't seem like that team to me. So, I don't think they have a chance. But man, go ahead.
There's a couple of things. USA played El Salvador in El Salvador, and they really struggled. Many people thought like El Salvador should have defeated them. That game ended 1-1 because the USA kind of changed up their team a whole lot. So a lot of the away games that they have played on certain pitches, I think they've changed up the team. And I think it could be because of the clubs that the players are coming from, and they're protecting them. And I think that is why they used so many of the MLS players in the Gold Cup, because they figured that they would make some of these changes. All right. So I think like we may see a lot of changes in the USA team to face Jamaica. Huh?
We'll see.
Right. No. Right. I'll also say this. Listen, no matter, even if they played Jamaica or they played Mexico at the office, they're not giving Jamaica 8 or 6 or 5. It's not going to happen. Listen, I'll tell you this. Like a team like Mexico will lose easier to the USA than Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, the Trinidad, and these teams. Not because they're as good as Mexico. It's because Mexico don't go in that game believing that USA is supposed to beat them. Mexico goes into that game with all of them attacking option, and they're going to keep attacking no matter what. They're not sitting behind the ball, they're not playing on counter attack because they believe they are better than. Normally, when the lower ranked team play against these teams, it takes a little bit more time to break them down. And so I think those things would prevent us from getting a mauled in. Or mauling.
What's a beating for you? What's a good solid beating for you? Where you say, boy, we get box.
We're not getting. Listen, I think Antonio.
No. I'm asking, what's a scoreline where you just say, boy, we get box?
Anything 4 and up is that?
4 and up.
4
no man, the 3 level we get from Panama was a proper box.
Yeah,
but you know
what is funny? I think the Panama game the Panama game for many Jamaicans. Like I had a person who was in the national program who said, like, listen, obviously instructions were given for these players to play
Make we not
because
go
of
back
the
to that, please. Make we not go back
hear
to
you.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me say this, right? I think if Antonio starts, I said this earlier, if we have 5 of our best players, Antonio, Ravel, Leon Bailey, say a Damian Lowe and a Liam Moore has a good game defensively. If those 5 players have excellent game, Jamaica has a chance. If one of the 5 plays poorly, the best result we can get is a drawn game. We have to have 5 standout performances, minimum, from Ravel, Leon, Mikel Antonio, and the 2 better defenders.
And
Of
Andre
course,
Blake.
and Andre Blake. That's the only way we can have a chance to tie the game or get a positive result. Outside of that, we are going to lose probably by 2 or stuff like that.
All right.
That's
So
my
let me
point.
ask you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Mannings, man. Right? Out of the 7 games, and I know the Jamaican side has been, fluctuated and so.
Yeah.
But out of the games that you have seen, have you seen these 5 players, 6 players ever have, or even 3 out of the 6? Have you ever seen them have a perfect, excellent game all at once in all of the 7 fixtures?
Yeah, they have
so
never
far?
played. They have never started a game together, though.
All right. So Damian
Like-
Lowe, Andre
like-
Blake. Sorry, go ahead.
So like Liam Bailey has never started a game with Ravel and Mikel Antonio.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking like I am just thinking that if he has an out like Antonio that he's going to draw attention, and as a
Yeah.
midfielder like Ravel who can string 2 passes, it may open up more room for him. That's how I'm seeing it, right? Which would mean that if these guys are creating opportunities, is less pressure on your defense. So your defense can play better. Right? So I'm thinking like that's how I'm seeing it. Because if that don't happen, if Leon Bailey plays bad and Antonio plays bad, we can pack up, That's just the truth.
Well, what we know for
I thought you guys already packed up though.
what we know
No,
for
man,
sure
I'm-
is
my pack up
what
for
we
good
know
match
for
tomorrow.
sure. What we know for sure is that Leon Bailey will play bad. That's all we have seen.
No, we
So
don't.
know he will
I
play.
don't know that for sure.
So the sample size that you have seen so far, you're still optimistic.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, the last time we played against US, you got an assist. So, I hope for
That
that.
don't mean him play good.
I hope for that.
So Mannings, man, I gather that you're going to attend the match tomorrow, right? So
Definitely,
you're hoping to see
definitely.
Leon Bailey play well in front of your eyes.
After me miss Jamaican game, man. Listen, when Leon Bailey made his debut, I was at the game.
I was
Jamaica.
there. I was there too, man. That was probably the best game I've seen Leon Bailey play for Jamaica.
Which game was that?
Antigua. It was Antigua.
Sure.
All right. So I have a question, right? I have a really serious question now. So I remember all of the hoopla, ringer, Rosie about Leon Bailey playing for Jamaica and everything that was created. Now we have seen him come in the national side, play for Jamaica and all that. Can we now say that all of the strings that were pulled, all of the battles that were fought, can we now agree that it was probably not worth all of that?
I would not. Personally, I would not say
I
that.
won't go that far. No.
Too quick to call.
Yeah.
Too quick to call.
Yeah, because remember that he has basically just played a handful of games for Jamaica.
Yeah, under 15 caps.
Yeah.
24-year-old coming off injury, has been injured for quite a while and stuff.
Actually, mine's it was against Honduras.
Yeah. CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Yeah, we had some games here.
No,
not
man. Listen, Leon Bailey played in a game against down by Montego Bay, and he played in the national stadium. What are you telling me about? Unless it was a friendly game. He made his debut against Antigua when Bobby Reid, I think, and
That wasn't that a Nations League game?
that was
When
after
Bobby
them.
scored in first goal?
Maybe it was after the Honduras game. I don't know, but that I remember watching him playing there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Continue, man. You guys can continue.
No, I don't know. I need
Yeah.
to check. I need to check that because I could.
Yeah.
Because the Honduras
So-
game was a match in could have been true, you know.
All right. So
But
It was
Manings,
against Honduras, man. June 17. It's absolutely correct.
Okay.
It's Honduras.
So Manning's man, you know, not to shift, you know, not to shift too far, but you know, I remember when we were talking. I just want to know what is a good sample size to judge a player for a country. 100 caps,
20.
20.
That's about
All right,
20.
so about 5 more then, or 6 more thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, after the campaign, then we can read.
Not necessarily, you know, come. It might not come back. I might drop out after tomorrow.
Oh boy. Hey, so I heard that you know, and I'm not jumping too far, but I heard that 2026, you know, we'll probably have a better chance to qualify because of something going with USA and Mexico also.
48
Right?
teams, man. 2026 is
Oh.
48 teams.
And 16 from CONCACAF going.
Oh well.
Oh,
hey.
so that means that 3 qualify already.
And 3 qualify already, so 3 more spots are left.
God
Oh,
go
well.
there. We're not getting none of that.
We probably can get the 6th spot, man. The final spot.
But
we need a new coach in, I think, though, for real, man, for 2026. But yeah.
For Pepe Paul, let me say this. Listen, I'm not playing this. I'm not going to play the USA with 2 CDMs. Anthony Grant playing CDM. Speedy playing box to box, and Ravel playing at the top, like the number 10.
Bobby Reed position.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not playing this.
It should be Grant and Speedy in that pivot.
And one playing a more box to box.
And Ravel.
Yeah, and Ravel above. Yeah. So I'm not playing 2 CDMs because this 2 CDM business is they keep defending. When are we going to try and attack?
It's so aggressive.
So where you going to put Aka? Because you're going to put him in the center because that man have to play. So where you going to put him?
That's easy. That's easy to answer, man. Wherever he's at right now, that's where I'm going to put him.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. That man
Mannings, I told the Mannings, as long as that man is probably 50% fit, he will play. So it's all injury alone can keep Aka out of this team. But on a serious note, though, we look at it and you have to call a spade a spade. If Tappa goes out tomorrow and lose, should Jamaica just call it quits with him and get somebody to salvage the rest of the campaign? Start with you.
Salvage what? If we go tomorrow, all right. Here's my thing. Tomorrow is the last game for the window, right? For the year.
Yeah.
And if we lose that game, we're out. You can make a call from there, so.
Yeah.
And just use the other 6 games for build morale. Use the other 6 games for build for Gold Cup, Caribbean Cup, and 2026.
If we lose this game tomorrow, for the next game, I'm calling Kaim Paris, calling the Javian Brown. I'm calling all of these.
You call them with a different coach.
Yeah, man. Fine. Call back the ones who would be young enough to play in 2026.
Yeah, it's just a
rebuild from there.
It's just a rebuilding mode for me. Once we lose tomorrow.
But all right.
Matter of fact, once we draw tomorrow, is that matter of fact even for win. Because
I wouldn't do that if we win.
Honduras basically was our only hope, and they lost the game with less than 10 minutes. If Honduras had been Panama, then we'd have 5 points right now. Difficult to overall right now.
I wouldn't give up if we beat USA tomorrow. I'm not giving up. I'm still
right now. 5 points difficult overall. That is, you're hoping that Panama loses tomorrow.
Yeah, but we still have Panama to play.
Away.
Right.
And if we beat them, they're only 2 points ahead. If we beat them, if we can beat, who
is Panama playing tomorrow?
Honduras, I believe it is.
Where? Well, no matter where.
No, it can't be Honduras.
Honduras.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
In El Salvador.
Honduras and Costa Rica playing against
all
each
right.
other.
if in the unlikely event that we win tomorrow by some divine miracle and Panama end up losing, then I will say yes, we still have a chance.
Panama now lose at home against El
All right.
Salvador.
No, they're playing in El Salvador.
No, they're playing at home.
It's home.
I tell me say. They play
It
at
has to be home because I think El Salvador beat them, right? No, sir. Away at home. I think
They're
El
playing at
Salvador
home,
beat
man.
them.
Panama at home.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
this
what I'm
one they
saying
have to
though,
be at home this time.
the team that is 5 points ahead of you still have them to play. So just work with my logic. If you beat that
Man,
team
we're
when you
not beating Panama away. Forget about it.
have mercy.
Well, I make
We're
him
not
talk.
working
Right?
on
Make him
logic
talk.
other than that. We're not beating
No, make
them.
him talk. Make
But
him
then
talk.
you not let me work with my logic. So
All right, go on.
the team that is 5 points ahead of you, all you need to do is to beat them, because Panama still have the USA to play now, and Mexico to play, and a Canada thing to play.
All
So
right, can I ask you a question?
they're going to drop on a point. So all you need to
Can
do is
I
to
ask
make
you a
sure when you
question?
play them, you beat them and you win all of your match.
Okay, good. So can I ask you a question?
Sis, all of your match.
What if tomorrow Panama is 8 points ahead of us? What would do from there, sir?
That's a different ball game now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That if we lose tomorrow, we rebuild. But if we
Well,
win tomorrow,
all right, fine. So we're
Yeah,
on the
that's
same page with that.
yeah,
All right.
Manix, I wish I had so much faith as you, though. Give up
Alright.
on this Jamaica side.
So Manix,
2026 it is.
So Mannings, man. So I have a question. So
you see,
the
you
JFF
believe that Manchester United can finish fourth?
When this season,
Yeah.
if Ole remain as a coach, no.
What
Easily.
about you? What about you, Ken?
Easily. Why we
Yeah.
can't finish fourth?
Alright, Friday will
Easily.
touch on that.
Yeah, easily we can finish fourth. But hey, Mannings, man, quick question.
I think they
about
can do it
this,
in
right?
spite of
Yeah, like
Friday,
again.
Friday.
Like, well, I can't make Mannings, man, get a cheap shot like that. Listen.
Cheap shot.
I see this man come back and come third in the league and come second in the league. Why he can't come fourth now? Man, hey, get away from here.
I just asked
Ole,
a
I
question.
Ole.
And a Manchester
top
United,
four.
I didn't answer. You need to talk.
Kim's got cheese.
It was Levan who answered, you know. I just asked the question, you know.
Nah, don't ask the question about my side, bad man. Here with the Mannings, man. So the JFF though, right?
Yeah.
Like with the JFF, do you think that the JFF would support a rebuild from basically from 2021 go up until 2026? Because I believe that all parties, whether it's Whitmore, yes or no, I believe all parties must buy in into this rebuild. It can't just be like, oh well, one man want to rebuild. It have to be a conversation must be had here. You know,
One
this
thing I
is
know.
what because it don't make no sense to play Antonio and them Monday when the man now probably not gonna both for 2026. It don't make no
Any
sense to
man,
that.
first thing, any man working in Jamaica right now and getting $850,000 and walk off the job because a team will lose is a madman. so if I were Whitmore, I'd do exactly what he's doing. I'm going to stay until
So make them fire you.
until you fire me. I ain't leaving. Where else is Whitmore going to get $850,000 a month? Be honest. You really want the man? Like people are saying the man must win. You think who in Jamaica? Where are you going to find a job in Jamaica right now? I mean, at his like level. You're not trying to be different. But you understand me? If you don't have your degree or your master, and people who have those things, not earning that amount a month. You think the man? He's not walking away. No. You think the GFF going to say, all right, let's walk away? They're not going to. You have to vote them out. That's it. Nobody in Jamaica, brethren, nobody no want change. Like, certain, you understand the thing? They have to be voted out. So my point is, like, if they don't win, there must be people in Jamaica who can put pressure on the system for a rebuild. Somebody needs to hold them.
Yes, you mean like the stakeholders who sponsor.
Yes, there you go. Like,
and the football, the parish associations who
there you go.
the only way the
them.
parish associations will support that is if it involves their players. I know Casafa is a dominant parish association, so
Michelle,
No, I don't even know if them going to support us.
Yeah. But I'm saying that I know that government can be involved in it because FIFA will step in and stuff. So you can have a government intervention in the football. But I'm saying that every parish, the parish president gets the position because of the clubs in that parish. So here's the thing. You see, a lot of the people who are footballers, it is their clubs that vote for the parish president that end up vote for the people in the JFF. So until the people decide, say, who are you going to support, Mr. Parish President, in the next election? Sign something so we know who you're supporting. And if, based on who you're supporting will determine if we give you our support. Like, it have to start there. The system has to be fixed from top to bottom.
But Ryan, you always come in here and reiterate a point, and I want you to do it once again. Respond to Anthony Henry, because he's saying that your guys are rebuild. We all know them are going to play the youths until the next cycle them draw for the UK-based players. So just repeat the point that they keep on repeating about those people dying out and the lesson.
Yeah, the UK-based players right now, Jamaicans are not migrating to England as much as they are migrating to USA and Canada. That Windrush generation, they are maxing out right now in terms of, remember, they can only play up to grandparents level. So I'm not saying we won't find English-based players to draw from. I'm just saying that the pool is going to be a lot less. It's like how we have one bag of them kulu according to old people to draw from right now. In that cycle of grandchildren, because you're the grandchildren right now, in terms of the bulk of UK players we can draw from. So when those players retire, the pool is going to become less. So we will have less UK players to draw from. So it might reach a stage where we're going to draw from American rejects. We might reach a stage where we stop have English rejects and have American rejects or Canadian rejects.
It's actually
no, we are laughing no, but it might really become, it is lining up to become that.
It is. It's sad, but that's just the truth. But boy, well, so far this tomorrow, I hope that they can actually get a result, which boy seems far-fetched. But the only hope they can take from this is that USA hasn't played good away so far through this campaign, so hope that tomorrow is one of those times for them and they can actually salvage.
USA has won all their home games, right?
Yeah, as far as I remember, yeah, they have.
I think so, yeah. But USA don't score goal in the first half.
Generally don't. Up until the game again. I don't remember who they played the other day when they scored that curler in that first half. That was the first goal they scored in the first half through this campaign. So, hope they can get a point, or no, a point is not good enough. Hope they can get a win tomorrow.
So if we don't score in the first half, then we know it go already.
Manningsman will bring the luck, man, because Manningsman is riding a wave right now. Mannings High School doing well. The man from Mannings, and his name is Manningsman. So he'll probably bring the luck over there. And getting 2K subs as well, as I just mentioned, he's on a roll right now. So just hope that he can bring some of that luck over to the boys and they can actually do well. But
hey, one second before you move on, General. Michelle made a point earlier that I should love Tappa because Tappa is like Oli. With all due respect, Michelle, I know you're an Arsenal fan, and I know.
No, she's a Chelsea fan.
Fan.
Is she?
Yes.
I was trying them an Arsenal fan.
Shamika is the Arsenal fan.
Yeah, Shamika.
Shamika. All right. Shamika. So Michelle, with all due respect, since Ole has taken over full time, Chelsea has not finished above Manchester United.
All right, next until Friday.
Why are you opening your eyes, Mannings, man? Go research it. Go research it, no? Yeah.
So tell me about the trophy them. Tell me about the
That's
trophy them.
what I'm
I was
saying.
just about to say that, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you really want to bring up
Tell me
that
about the
guy?
trophy
You
them. All
really...
win and where Chelsea no win.
All right, let's save it for Friday.
You know that Ole is the only manager of Manchester United. Last 6 managers was not won a title.
Well, he's what you say? Has not won like a cup.
A title.
A title.
Title, whatever.
Yeah, he's going to win this season. He's going
No,
to win
I didn't say that
All
he's
right.
going to. I'm saying that he has not won one. You know
let's
that, right?
move on. Let's move on because Kems is kind of high right now. Probably he's taking some DPH or something because we hear that you have a cold in it, so probably a
Yeah, man,
DPH.
we are the score. I understand.
Yeah, man, DPH. But over there in Europe, we have seen some of the qualifiers take place, and we know some of the teams that are going to the World Cup. So I'm going to start with Group A because we came here the other day and we talked about it a bit. No, Portugal had it all in their hands. For some reason or the other, they have a clone coach, because this coach is so much different from Tappa, Yeah, he has won something, but same thing like Tappa. They had it all in their hand, yet they let Serbia come to their home and beat them. And guess what? Serbia is at the World Cup, while Portugal has to go through the playoff. And the GOAT himself, as they refer to him as Cristiano Ronaldo, will have to do it through the playoff. No, well, look at that. I hear people say Portugal play better without Bruno starting and all of that, and Christie shows up in big games and when it matters most, and Lancelot as always. But Ryan, you have been in tune to all of this. No, what has gone wrong for Portugal? And I mean, congrats to Serbia.
You remember last year, or was it earlier this year, when I shone the light on the coach? And so we're talking about all of these coaches, but this brother is just sneaking under the radar with his rubbish football. And now it is coming to the fore. The man, 2016, I can understand. You play that way with that team. You scrape through, you win Euros, even though you come third in your group, but you find a way and you win the Euros. We understand that. You win something with a garbage team. No, you don't have that excuse. Just allow the players to go. Cancelo look like an average right back out there right now. Cancelo don't look like him, no. Cancelo look like the Cancelo of old. When him Ifan Button not as good as he is now. Cancelo is peak Cancelo right now look like Cancelo at 22, 23-year-old. The man is just average for Portugal. Yes, it is said that Portugal plays better without Bruno because Bruno is a typical number 10. Portugal don't play that type of system. I tend to agree with that. And because, Renato does most of the heavy lifting in the midfield and he also assists with goals and chance creation or whatever. I think Bruno is a liability in that team based on how the coach wants to play. Which is not good football anyway, but hey, it is what it is. But be that as it may, the front line still does not play good, even with Bruno not being in it. They are not creating as they are supposed to. Ronaldo, you know what Ronaldo is going to do already. He needs people around him who will create for him, as opposed to him being the creator and so forth and whatever else. They are not getting those options. They scored in the first 2 minutes of the game yesterday, and it's like they just said, we're going to sit back for 88 minutes. Portugal, the coach is a defensive coach. Portugal is not a defensive team, if you get me, sir. Because the team on paper is an attacking team. They are set up to attack. When you tell them to go play defense, them go and look on you and wonder where you ask them to go. Look at us. Look at our names. Oh, we must go play defense. That team is not a defensive team. The goals that were scored, especially the second goal, it was poor marking because they're supposed to see out the game, and for some reason, I don't know what going on in their head, but it is a simple thing. See out the game, try to get a draw. Yes, we should have won the game anyway or whatever else, but now it comes down to this. We have to see how the game. And if Mitrovic had missed that goal, somebody else would have been on hand to score it, because I think somebody else was behind Mitrovic and there was no Portuguese player inside. So it was just poor marking for the winning goal. They were lucky Serbia didn't win the game earlier, because I think they hit the post with a shot, and there were some other chances that they created that they should have scored and they didn't score them. So Serbia could have won that game easily from earlier on. But I think all of this comes down to the coach. He has a very good attacking team on paper, and he does not know how to use them.
Okay. Now, before I move on to the next group, as I said, Serbia is qualified from that group automatically. Manningsman, there's a particular player from Serbia that your team is chasing to actually be a striker for your club. Talking about Dusan Vlahovic. And I heard that Man City and some other clubs are interested in him. So you look at Dusan Vlahovic striker, and what do you think about him?
They're from Florentina.
Yeah.
Florentina,
Yeah.
in Italy. Yeah. I think he's a good kind of fits the profile of Arsenal. If he knows what's good for him, he comes to a team where he's going to get playing time.
That profile.
Young, young team, building for the future. We're going, that's what we're doing now.
Okay.
So I think, you go to a City side, you're going into, the star qualities here could stifle you at this age, because
No, but you know that it will actually be perfect for them though. The karma that City creates a lot, and he's a poacher, so he'd actually flourish under this.
Well, I'm wondering if he will flourish on the bench, because Pep
bench? They don't have an out and out striker.
But that is my point. I mean, Pep don't really believe in out and out striker.
Pep don't necessarily
I'm not so sure I agree with that.
Pep put Aguero on bench,
Yeah, when Aguero all.
that Vlahovic is very young in the Mannings, man. Come on.
Well, I'm saying that. I mean, I don't know, but I think he fits Arsenal profile a whole lot better. But we also have a little forward from Villarreal, the under-19 youth from Spain that we're looking at.
That Yermi Pino?
Yeah, that we also tracking, because Lacazette, we releasing Lacazette. We may Barcelona trying to see if they can get Aubameyang. So
hold on. You say you're releasing Lacazette?
Yeah, we're not like Manchester United by players to put number 7 on them and they're in their third. We're not like that. We're trying to get rid of them.
I heard save this for the Premier League.
I heard that you're gonna do. Hey.
Kems, come on, take your.
Reggie, let me finish that. You want to ask me a question? You just try and freshen with your Manchester United argument.
No, I am saying that. I swore you guys wanted to sign back Krapazet, but Krapazet was like, no, he's going to explore his options elsewhere.
Do you know that? Krapazet is better than your Martial. Your martial artist. Oh yeah, well, what dear. Anyways, but let's get back to it.
Mannings, man, you water down the show now when I mention Martial. Get back on track.
That is a Manchester United man saying that. But But I mean, let me tell you what. One of the things I must say that this year we don't have any major surprises. Because remember the last World Cup, was it Italy who was out? Italy didn't make the last World Cup, right?
Hold on, man. I'm going through the group. I'm going through the groups.
All right. So let me say, the point I'm making is that
we don't have the major surprise yet.
Until they get to but the teams that you expect for the most part, with the exception of Portugal. But one of the things that struck me about the Portugal team is something I hope Manchester sees, that they didn't start Bruno in the Portugal team. And I'm wondering if there's really a problem with Bruno. And because I think Bruno displayed that he has quality last season, I'm wondering if there's a problem with him playing alongside Ronaldo, even in the Portugal team, or it is just that he's not good as the other midfielders that he had to compete with.
You watch Euros?
Yeah, man, and he wasn't good.
Show, the horror show they went put on the Euro, and they
because he was playing with Ronaldo.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think
he was playing. He was playing in a 3 midfield 3. He cannot play there.
He's not good in a 3.
So how is he world class?
Who said that?
Who said world class? Oh, the man in the top left hand corner.
No man. It's like a revoke Demo Guru status. A long time revoke Bruno world class status.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
my
say.
that's
Okay,
my
go
thing.
ahead.
You see with this Portugal team, you can say whatever you want to say about the coach, but with them
And
good
why
or bad or
Bernardo
whatever.
Silva wasn't given more time? Like there are some very strange decisions. I'm wondering if there are other things that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's a coach. Maybe he's a Tappa 2.0.
Maybe.
I like him bench Bruno though, because that's where Bruno should be at. Sometimes I just think Bruno for watch the game, right? As I say, just watch the game and see where he can insert himself. I think at one point he thought he was invincible, but now, he kind of get back down to earth and so.
Okay.
But our Portugal, go ahead.
No man, finish up because I was going to move on to the next group because I was going to stick with you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
All right, so in Group B, you call it that Spain would be too good for Sweden, and I mean Sweden is a bug. And when I say bug, I mean they're a bug and a garbage side. There's no way get a team like Georgia and don't beat up Georgia. Went away, lost 2-0, then you still had an opportunity to qualify. You played against a Spain team, and up to now, the Swedish team never strung together an attack to actually threaten them, man. If you ask me, I see the Spanish fans making a big hullabaloo about the game, but yeah, the Spanish this and that and what have you.
But sorry, Levon, you know what I forgot? You know that in the first leg of this game against Portugal, and Serbia, Portugal got a goal though. That was not given. And you see it come back to haunt them now?
Yep.
Because they could miss the World Cup because of this,
Yeah.
And
that goal that Ronaldo scored, the ball was clear as daylight, went over the line and they rolled it out.
So them thing they go.
But Kems, as I was saying, Sweden still had the opportunity to get through, but boy, Spain turned up and I remember what I was saying. People kept on talking about Spain is this, Spain is back and all of that. I can't tell you this much. It was a hard watch and I'm sorry that I watched that game. It was boring. Pass.
I chose my games wisely yesterday. I decided I was not going to watch that till the last half hour or so because I know that was going on.
But Ken,
I learned my lesson from Euros watching them and Sweden.
The thing is, right? With Spain, I already tell you from Euros, I already tell you where you get from Spain and the person who once crowned himself as guru, but to take back the name, him tell us say, him come and line out stats and all of that. But Spain is what Spain is. What I thought though, I thought that Sweden overachieved. I thought that they overachieved in the initial stages to be where they were, and then now reality catch them. We said it on the last show that I said I don't think that they were going to beat Georgia. I just know that Sweden, I think Ryan said it as well. Sweden is a team that just always they know how to get defeat when they're in a victorious position. You see me? And I just thought that Spain had too much quality for Sweden, whether it be 1-0, 2-0, whatever the case is. Sometimes, the aim is to win. I'm sure Portugal would have taken those 3 points, as ugly as it is, I'm sure they would have taken those 3 points. So, it's glad to see Spain in, for this World Cup automatic qualifiers. Honestly, I want to see some big team in the team. I don't want a Corey Goat team, Sweden and all them make a team there in the team. No.
Hey, I even call Sweden Corey Goat team. You think I can't coffee I talk about, brother?
If you're live, first of all, if you have Lindelof in your back line, Corey Goat. That's a one. Next thing,
you're double agent or a Manchester United supporter. What kind of Manchester United fan is this?
Well, we're objective. We're objective.
You have a problem with Bruno. You have a problem with Lindelof. Wait until we get to England and your goal scorer today.
Hey, listen, right?
Sweden though, Sweden, I think Spain only had one shot on target and it was Morata's shot that they scored. Sweden though, they
That's all
had
you need.
fourth,
No. They had more than one.
it was more than one?
Yeah, they
I
did.
think yeah, to them they were saying it was the one one.
I
Anyway,
bet on that game. That's why I know.
okay, well, all right. Remember Forsberg had like 2 chances to score. And I think there was like another chance that they could have scored. So Sweden could have easily opened the scoring before Spain, but
Yeah.
they chose not to for whatever reason. They did not take the chance, and now they are in the playoff situation. And if they had beaten Georgia, they shouldn't have lost to Greece in the first place, the one that they lost. That is where we always say it here on the program, you know, that when it comes to crunch time, the cream normally rises. And Sweden started to the win. They were like a house on fire for the first 5 games, and then when they realized that, oh, we just need another win right now or something like that, they started to fade away. They lose to Greece, then they go lose to Georgia, which they weren't supposed to do, and now
and then lose to
Spain.
Spain. Yeah. In these, and as Ryan saying, you see in these clutch moments, you know, they always have a saying where they say palms get sweaty and backsides get very tight. You know, you know, only the clutch will survive. And you know, as I said, like Sweden is just, you know, I just thought they overachieved, you know, and I thought Spain would have just done enough. You know, they're not going to blow us off the TV. But I think they'll do just enough to win, and you know, so said, so done.
Okay. And here's Anthony saying that he hated how Spain played. Even in their glory days, they actually hated it. And I see Agent Carlson counteracting him and saying that rubbish Spain wasn't born in their golden days. Michelle saying that I agree, I hated Tiki Taka or whatever it's called. I hope it would die a quick death. Personally,
Spain
for
won
me, I
the
know that a
World
lot
Cup
of
and
people
score.
liked it, but
Spain won the World Cup and score only 6 goals enough. That alone supposed to tell you that.
yeah, to be honest, I hated their football. I know
No,
a lot
sir.
of people like
No,
it, but
sir.
I hated Spain football, I did. Yeah, I did.
With Iniesta and Javi,
I'm just being honest. Remember, it's my
The man is not
remember it's what
scoring.
I
They're
like in a
not
player.
getting more
I
than 2
hated
goals
that
at
style of
Spain.
football.
They're not getting more than 2 goals at Spain.
We don't
At them best.
need to see more than 2 goals. I love how the football
It's just
crisp.
Okay,
like
fine,
Barcelona. It's just like Barcelona at some point as well. Even the Barcelona that they were played at, I never liked it at that time either. That's just me. I like to see wing football.
Knock and move,
But,
get into space. We love them ball game there.
All right,
And
in
then
Group
and then
C,
start.
that was.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead.
Okay, Group C culminated today with Italy were in pole position. They were level on points with Switzerland. However, they had a +2 goal difference. They went away to Northern Ireland. This Northern Ireland team that really concede at their home. While Switzerland did what I expected of them. They scored 4 goals against a poor team, and they finished at the top of the group. Guess what though? Italy hasn't looked like Italy ever since they won Euros. Now, Mannings, did it surprise you any at all that they never ended beating up Northern Ireland today to finish ahead of Switzerland? You're muted.
You're mute.
Here's the thing with this Italy team, right? Italy team is not, they don't generally, they're like Spain but don't possess the ball. Like there's an over reliance on their defense, even in the Euros. They scored some goals, but there's an over reliance on the solidity of their defense. And so I can see going away from home how they would not have defeated Northern Ireland. Here's the thing with these things. You have to beat the best team. Like the team that beats the best team normally wins the group. So in other words, they didn't beat Switzerland in both games.
Both of those games
supposed to.
Yeah. So I'm saying that, like, if you do that, you're not supposed to. You're not more qualified than Switzerland. If you're the better team, beat the best team. You understand me? Beat the best of the rest. The fact that they didn't do that, it's any card. Play. Same thing with Portugal. You never beat Serbia, the second best team, you don't deserve it. If you don't beat the other best team, don't say you should have come out. So that is how I see the European qualifiers. You have to beat it, and Italy did not beat Switzerland. So to me, they are not better than Switzerland.
Okay. But we look forward now. I look forward to Group D, where France has basically qualified already.
Hold on, can I just say something about Italy?
Sure.
You realize Mancini, we all know he's a very good coach, right? But what do you realize in Mancini, like after I'm reached 2-3 years now tenure?
He regress.
I always start to struggle.
Yeah.
He regresses. He plays the same setup. Like he doesn't change out his team.
All right. When Mancini came in the team, came in Italy, came in as Italy coach, he was like playing about 60 players. He played a bunch of players to get up to Euros. Then they peaked at Euros, and now he has the same core, and they're falling off for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They don't have they went into Euros with not a good number 9 anyway.
Yeah. What about what is the name of that Chelsea player that plays for Italy that missed a penalty in the last game?
He missed a penalty against Switzerland 2 times.
What's his name?
Jorginho.
Okay.
What about him?
I'm just thinking that he could be the reason why Italy don't go to the World Cup.
Quickly though.
Yeah, he's likely to be the reason.
Quickly though. Let me point this out though. Let me point this out. Mancini actually did an interview with BBC, and Mancini said I should give you guys this message. Italy will qualify for the World Cup, and Italy will also win the World Cup.
Okay. They need to sort out the situation though.
Mancini can say what he wants, and him play.
It's not impossible though. I think they will qualify. It depends on who. You can imagine if it's Italy, Portugal, that they draw each other.
They can't win the World
No,
Cup.
they're going to see them, man. They're not going to do that. They're going to see them.
Italy can't win the World Cup. Can't win this World Cup coming up.
Why?
I think Italy peaked at Euro, especially with their centre-back situation now. Their centre-backs aging and all of that. And their wing-backs are
the
average
full-backs
right
are
now.
and left a lot of it there, because if you have Emerson Palmieri playing at their left back, you mean saying problems. Emerson no good.
I true England.
Italy goes in the playoffs.
I true England and Southgate not good. That's why Italy win the Euros. Yeah, I true England and Southgate.
I agree.
So it is only England and Italy alone. Is only England and Southgate a beat? Didn't they win the semi-finals and the quarter-finals and their group?
I'm just talking.
Anyway, Italy was very good at Euros. I won't take that from them, but now they're regressing. And normally Mancini regressing after his first 2 years.
They weren't good in the final.
All right, let us be honest. Italy was good throughout the tournament, right? However, in that final, Southgate was a clone. Easy to
if Germany had booked Italy in that final, Germany winning that game. Any team with a sensible coach, I win that game there easily. So
Germany. But you said Germany.
This current Germany.
Not
the one who walk him down.
low.
Well, let's move on to the next group, where the French fans are happy because guess what? They have qualified for the World Cup. Mbappe scored an hat-trick and also an assist. Benzema, he actually scored 4 goals. Benzema also scored twice, and boy, they look good. The Hernandez brothers are playing together, and they look good down the left-hand side. I saw them alternating and all that. So, I mean, France has looked better, and Deschamps has done something that I haven't seen him done since he took over as the French coach. Normally, he's one of those coaches that he stick to the players that he knows. However, I've slightly seen him starting to make changes. For instance, he normally bring Coman, but Coman never normally get no game time whatsoever. No Coman start playing on a regular basis. I now see him giving game time to Many and guys like those. So he's kind of changing up things a bit. Will it work out? That's a hard one, because we know that over the past It's the team that has won the World Cup. They have dropped out at the group stages. So France through. They play against Finland tomorrow. Finland still has a chance to make it through to the playoffs. They and also Ukraine going up against each other. Ukraine will play against Bosnia. Ukraine at 9 points, Finland at 11. But the bad thing for Finland is that they're going to face France. Ukraine will face Bosnia. So who will actually get that second place in that group? Ryan.
Well, Ukraine. Oh, sorry.
Interesting. I was looking at it before I came on the program, and I don't know how to call that because I don't know how France will play. France is at home to Finland, yes?
No, they're going away.
Oh, they are away. I don't know how France going to play. I know that if you put on French, I expect them to play their French players. The French players will want to prove a point. I don't know what to expect from that game, to be honest with you. The Bosnia is home or away again?
Home.
Bosnia is home to Ukraine. I don't know what to make of that one either because they are basically kind of evenish. Ukraine have something to play for. Bosnia have nothing to play for except for the fact that they maybe want to do the same thing that France is doing in terms of using young players or their bench players who going to have something to prove. So it's a tricky one to call. I don't know when gets second. By the way, Shevchenko, has he left as yet?
Not 100% sure.
But the fact that he is
I believe he has. I think he has.
The fact that he's touted to leave, even if he's still there, will maybe cause Ukraine some more people.
Okay, let us see.
Yeah, listen, the only team to beat Ukraine, Ukraine has not lost to any team. France did not beat them in the 2 legs. Both games were drawn. They have 6 draws, 1 win, so they have 9 points. This team not going to beat them, so they are going to win this game. It's just what happens in the France. They are beating Bosnia.
That is poor doing the Mannings, man. You can't tell me that you played 7 matches and of those 7 matches you have drawn 6.
I didn't realize there's 6 times draw.
Whoa.
Hey, if Jamaica did that, would have 9 points. If 7 games, that we will be better off.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but France they're a very good team because in both legs the games between France and Ukraine ended up in drawn games, and so so I'm thinking that but the first game with Bosnia also drew. This game is playing in Bosnia.
Yeah.
Right. So they have to win. Can they win their second game? I don't know because only Kazakhstan they have defeated. So I don't know. They seem to not have any goals in them. Because that's the other thing.
So they drew with Bosnia at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they have to beat them away.
Yeah.
Can they? Time will tell.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to the next group. I'm going to stick with management for this one. We know that Belgium has already qualified. No, the second place is still up for grabs because Wales is in second currently at 14 points, while Czech Republic are in third on 11 points. Wales has a +2 goal difference. Wales will be playing Belgium at their home, while Czech Republic is home to Estonia. So, Mannings, which one of them I think will qualify as a second place team?
Wales is going to draw this game. So they are going to go through because all they need to do is to not lose.
True.
Yeah, what? 3 points ahead? What's your goal? What is goal difference?
+2.
There are 3 points. There are 3. So they could lose and go through, depending on how many goals they concede and how many goals the Czech Republic. So if it's a 1-goal margin.
Hold on, man. If they lose and Czech win, Czech don't through.
No, but if Czech win by 1,
right, if Czech only win 1-0, then
and they lose by 1, then it goes. Then
hold on, you said Czech is +2 and Wales is +2, right?
No. Wales is +2.
And Czech is what?
That's it. No, man. One is 5 goals and one is 3. So
that's the goal difference.
5 for Wales. The goal difference is 5 for Wales, 3 for Czech.
That's what I'm asking. You tell me +2. So I thought Wales was +2, so Wales is +5 then. All right.
No man. What he means?
Oh, you
it is
meant
two
Wales have.
more.
Oh, you meant 2 over. That's not what I understood it to mean.
Oh yeah.
When you say +2, me I look at Wales having a +2 goal difference.
Okay.
Okay. So Wales is 2 better off than Czech. Okay, fine. I get you.
Right.
So that means, hold on then now. So that means if Wales lose by 1 and Czech win by 1, they are equal on goal difference.
But
No.
Wales they would be equal,
Yeah,
and
They'll
then
be equal.
but they would score the same amount of goals. But Wales defeated Czech in the
Czech.
way.
So that's what I was going to ask. Who have
Right.
they
So the head-to-head, Wales would come out
with
on
the
top.
Wales? Okay,
Yeah.
so that means the Czech need more than to win by more than 1 then.
I hope that
Yeah.
Belgium beat Wales by more than 1.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing. Like, will Belgium play their players, seeing that they have already
I don't
qualified?
expect them to.
So I think Wales is going to make it.
I think Wales have more to play for, so I'm going with Wales as well.
Okay. And in the next group, we have nothing to talk about because we already know the 2 teams that has qualified. So Denmark are at the World Cup. So hold on. France is at the World Cup. Belgium is at the World Cup. Denmark is at the World Cup. Now Scotland has gained second place in that group, so we don't need to talk about that. Now we move down to Group G. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Where the Netherlands are on 20 points. Turkey is on 18. Norway, who fumbled the bag last time out, are currently on 18. Had they not fumbled the bag, they would have been leading the group. They had a bug side Latvia at home, and they drew 0-0.
But
so
Levan,
they actually be 11 points with the Netherlands.
Levan, whether they won or draw, what difference it make? Them still are gonna need for win. Them last game.
Yeah,
but they have a tough.
You'd be in a better position.
Who they play now, Levan?
So
No,
Norway
I'm
will
just
be
saying
taking
whether
on
they won.
the Dutch.
That is a problem. They would only need a draw against the Dutch if they had won that game. No, they need to
Not necessarily. Hold on, man. They would be on
No. A draw would be good enough.
Exactly. So either way, them still need for win.
If it was a draw, Manningsman, Dutch would go through ahead of them because
But they would still come second. In other words, but they would still qualify second.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Yes, they would.
They would
They
qualify.
would get second over Turkey.
Yeah. If they had won the last game.
Because Turkey has a goal difference of 10, while Norway has a goal difference of 9. So had they beaten Latvia, in which they expected them to have, they would have been
so they would have a goal difference of 10. So them beat Latvia 1-0. Them would have a 10 and Turkey would have a 10, right? And now them go draw and them go select, and let's say they draw with the Dutch.
Right.
Them still up on 10 and then Turkey go win their game. Turkey pass them and goal difference.
Yeah.
So either way, that's what I'm saying to you. Either way, whether them win or
draw. Ryan. Here's a problem. Here's a problem though. Turkey has Montenegro away. And has proven Montenegro proven last game that they can actually compete. They drew 2-2 with Dutch.
Yeah, but I'm saying when I looked at it,
right?
The Dutch could finish third in this group. You know?
Yeah, because if Norway beat the Dutch, you know, and Turkey win, you know, one more World Cup they're missing.
But as I said to you earlier on 11, the Dutch were 5 minutes away from the World Cup, and they could end up coming third in the group. They could end up missing it altogether, and they were just 5 minutes away from making it. And the Dutch team is an all or nothing kind of team. It's either they are very good or they are very bad. Them not the middle grounds.
Mannings, I'm going to ask you a question because I'm just saving the next group for a man like him, you know. Why is it that the Dutch tend to revert to Louis van Gaal? And I was saying it to Ryan backstage, and he never really actually remembered or never actually knew. But you knew that Louis van Gaal actually was the coach of the Dutch in 2002 when they failed to qualify for the World Cup. So I'm saying that this guy has failed to qualify this team before. Why is it that they keep on reverting back to him? Is it that there is not enough quality Dutch coaches coming through right now?
The people over there should grab Koeman and give him some good beating.
I agree.
you your national team doing well, and you pick up yourself, gone all the way down to Spain or Barcelona. For what reason? Go embarrass yourself? They
The
should
man is
beat
a
him.
Barca legend, brother. And dream job that.
You understand
The
me?
man go get him dream job.
No,
I don't.
but come on, Ryan.
But you know what I have with there's a problem I have with the Dutch is like it's kind of funny, you know those European nations. Really, do you see them find like the top nation find coaches who are not from those nations? Like, has there anyone but a German coach Germany? You understand me? Has there anyone but an Italian coach Italy?
But Manning's man,
Like the Dutch team, I've never heard of any
that
other national like person of any other nationality coaching the Dutch team, and I think that is the problem. They believe they are this complete footballing nation. They believe so then they're gonna keep using Dutch
Remember
coaches.
when England used the Swede and they also use an Italian and it never worked out good either. So
Well, there you go.
people chose who their own, especially big nations. They rather go with their own.
Okay. Well, the same thing Jamaica doing.
No, we're doing no.
Yeah.
But Manning's man, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but of all the teams that has won the World Cup, has there ever been a team that the coach is not from within that country? I'm trying to remember where's Luis Felipe Scolari is from.
Scolari is from hold on there.
He's a Brazilian.
No, it's
He's a
Brazilian.
So actually nobody that has won the World Cup.
Would
Every
have to
coach
maybe go
from
The
inside the country.
Argentina, check the Argentina coach. When they won in
Check that out,
70,
You'd have to be
the first World Cup.
First World Cup.
Argentinians tend to use their own as well.
Sports Shakes is saying Portugal.
Portugal never won the World Cup before.
No, he's probably.
Oh,
Portugal is
Scolari.
Scolari.
No, I think he's talking about Scolari is from.
No
No,
man,
he's Brazilian.
Scolari also coached Portugal.
Portuguese too, but he's Brazilian.
Yeah.
But Scolari is
Peckerman was Colombian, man. Peckerman won the World Cup.
Which one won the World Cup?
nothing like what when.
Hey, listen, let's stop.
Come on, Anthony.
No,
Anthony,
when?
don't give you uppercut.
The commander just what there, man.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. No, man, is calling Anthony in the comment section.
I mean, we should know better, you know, Kems.
Anyway, that's a
Anthony.
research. That's
Yeah,
a research for the group to find out if anybody has ever won who is not.
No,
From the
I
national.
heard that before.
I highly doubt it. But let's move on to the next group, and I'm just quickly going to jump over it as well. Croatia qualified first, so they had the World Cup. Russia qualified second. Nothing there to talk about.
And Russia was 9 minutes away from making the World Cup.
And guess what? I have to touch on that. You see, Russia deserve to be out of the World Cup. You know why? There's no way you go play a game to draw. Russia played that game to draw because I was watching that game and it was like at points Croatia had like 80% possession, and if memory serves me right, I believe Russia ended that game without a shot on target and only one shot throughout the entirety of the game. So they sat back for the entirety of that game. So
But they were away
the
though.
team that does those things they
them.
deserve to lose.
They were away.
Attack.
What I mean?
We just have to get them back to them. We just have to-
One second, guys. So 20.
They're
different
away and they
managers
need
have
a
won
point.
the World Cup. 20 different managers have won the World Cup, and all winning managers led their own country's national team. So no outside managers ever won.
Okay, all right.
Good. But let's move on and go down to sad
Yeah,
part of the show.
you know, I've talked about the England team, you know, coming
Look who we
towards.
had, man.
Man, why is it jumpy? I was just saying that I've reached a sad part of the show where I'm surrounded by two English folks and they're going to talk. Although, let me give a proper introduction. At the top of Group I is the second favorite for the 2022 Qatar World Cup. And I'm talking about England. They finished at
Second
top.
favorite for who?
They behind who? France. France is the
Second favorite for who?
For me.
England about
Oh, for
9
you.
favorite, man.
No. Listen
That's
to
why
me.
I set you up, you know.
Listen to me. England is
That's
at the
why
top
I
with
set you up.
26 points, and
You try that at you. You try that with Euros, you know. Nobody come back with it.
England absolutely smashed a bug team today. This is what I do to bug teams. When I get bug teams, you beat up on bug teams, and it could have
Yes.
been way more. But as I was saying, World Cup favorite, second favorites, England, doing well with a bug manager. But Kems, you have been quiet for the longest, so I'm just going to start with you now. And stats for the stats people and the people that cuss out that bug and that Croft that plays for Manchester United, the man that wears the captain and brand for Manchester United. He is the leading goal scorer as a defender for England. Surprise, surprise. He actually is. But Kane is what? Like 5 goals away from becoming England all-time goal scorer, and he's done it at a rapid pace. So Kims, take it away. Floor is all yours.
I think like when I really feel too well tonight, so Ryan will be the one who's gloating. But what I will say is that as it relates to Kane, I don't want to see Kane and score against him like a team, brother. Like obviously you have to play who in front of you, but like, I want him save the bullet them, for the real team they will reach Qatar. But that guy named Maguire, and I think I mentioned it and Ryan even mentioned it to me again, when I say, you know, playing for England, Maguire now really ramp on like when him ramp on with United, and you can ascribe that to a lot of stuff. But say, if him slip at England, him slide right on the bench. And we can say Mings no good or this a defender no good, but Southgate no ramp for drop him and slide the next man in there. It's a next man up mentality for Southgate. But obviously for Manchester United, it seems like his space is cemented there. No matter how bad he plays, he will be. It's like how we say for Jamaica is Aka and the next 10, Manchester United and Maguire and the next 10. Once that man is clear to play, could have 20%, he is in there, right? And Roy Keane. I'm not really the biggest fan of Roy Keane, the analyst, but I liked him as a player. But Roy Keane said it best. Man say, why is he Maguire score and him do this? What kind of haters about talk about? Nobody has ever criticized him for England, not that I can remember. I believe for England he has played pretty well and he's got the praises that he deserved. However, when it's time to translate that to the English Premier League, we can't see that. So that's where the criticism coming. But I'm happy for my team. Happy that we've gone through. Now we can play some. We're finished now, or we have another game to play.
Finish.
Finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
finish. Okay. Yeah. So
I can
congrats
tell
to
it's
my
your
team.
team. I can tell it's your team, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell it's my team. But congrats to my team. We'll move on to Qatar. We are there and Jamaica is not. So we're just going to see what we can do for sure.
All right, Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, expected us to qualify. It was a fairly easy group. We did what we had to do, and well, we're there. I remember when I was watching the Albania game with somebody, I said to them that they're going to come out second half and just try to not score goals, and so said, so done. And I called back the person today and say, remember, you were saying to me that when you get easy team, you beat them up. So them do it here this time. Them score 6 first half and decided to just continue playing along instead of trying to seal the game. I am not a believer in don't embarrass the opponent. If you come up against me, you are my opponent. I am supposed to beat you. And if I can beat you as bad as I can, then that is what is supposed to happen. So I believe in beating people as bad as they can. It might sound away, but that is what I believe in. If you're not good enough, you're supposed to get not good enough treatment. If you're good enough and we beat you, then it should reflect on the scoreline that you were good enough and you put up a fight and beat you 2-1 or 1-0 or whatever it was. So yeah, there's nothing to talk about really about England and their qualification. I reserve that for the bigger games, as I was saying to you about your team and your coach. I'm not give him no praise for winning 6 or 7 games on the trot because him when he's a game, Southgate not going to get no praise from me if he beat up a small team.
Okay. All right, Mannings, man, you're about to say something, so go ahead.
Yeah, first I want to commend my 3 Arsenal players. You know, a goalkeeper in Aaron Ramsdale, another clean sheet. I mean, great. When they talk about the Hurricane goal, I mean, this guy, no goal in this. Big performance by him. Nothing to do. That's always good for a goalkeeper. Then Emil Smith-Rowe got his goal. Saka got his goal. We can forget about all the rest because those 3 are definitely the best. But there was a time, right? I love listening to kids, right? So kids used to, when I go to children's church, they would say, Uncle Omar, you're my favorite. England is no favorite. They are favorite. You understand me? They are no favorite. They are like the kids. So anybody look at this. This is like BB Coke dropping 20 and Mount Son GSFI. And then they say that BB Coke is going to win the Duckers and their favorites. You can't take these results and say England are no favorites, bro. They are not.
Thank you.
I mean,
we're about 9th choice to win.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
When you pass, when you're not in the top 5, you're not a favorite anymore.
England's a top 5 team, though. So.
Eh?
England's a top 5 team.
England is ranked number 5 in the rankings.
No. You're talking about the ranking.
So you were talking about the rankings.
No, man, it's not the ranking. When I say top 5, I'm not talking about ranking, man. I'm not talking about the ranking. I'm talking right now. Let me give you my top 5 for winning the World Cup. I'm going to give you for winning the World Cup. Shoot the shot.
All right.
Favorites. Number 1 has to be Brazil.
Okay.
Has to be.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number 2, you have to put Germany.
No. Before that, I mute you.
Hold on, make him talk.
So you're going to tell me who my favorite
is? Go on.
No, hold on, continue. 1 year we have to say. Continue.
That's 2. Right?
Okay.
Argentina. 3.
Okay.
All right. Number 4. Right? I'm putting Belgium at number 4.
Okay.
And next run at this. Number 5. Yeah, this gonna surprise you. I'm putting Switzerland up there.
All right.
Hold on a second.
So you decided to troll us tonight, Mannings, man. We laugh, and we're moving on now.
Mannings, man, I can tell that you're 10. This is like your 3rd or 4th show from day. Yeah, you're tired, man. I can tell.
So Brazil is not a favorite. Oh, sorry. What I say? I forgot. France. Sorry, France. How could I forget? So let me give you my top 5. Hold on, let me give you my top 5.
No, you do it already. We get the joke.
Missed it. Let me please give me a chance to go over my top 5. Let me give you my top 5.
No, just tell me who you take out to put in France.
Switzerland out, France in.
This year Switzerland beat France. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Shakes. Whatever medication you prescribe for Kems, Shakes. If it's a Brazil trash, you need to prescribe some of that same.
No. But he's a realist. He's a Brazilian fan. Shakes is a Brazilian fan.
And Brazil is trash.
How many
goals has Brazil conceded in their last probably 20 games?
How much goals has Brazil in the last 20?
All right, if we're going to talk about Brazil, they are very good for CONMEBOL, but when you look at them attack and you look at them midfield, it's nothing special.
What about the defense and the goalkeeping? Because
I said attack and midfield. You come ask about.
And I'm saying defense and goalkeeping. There are other components of the game.
They don't have a special. They have good centre backs. They don't have special wing backs.
Wing backs are bugs.
So we have a bug team except for the 2 centre backs.
No, not saying that. They have a solid team. That's it.
We have a solid team.
Solid.
Listen.
No,
Mannings,
because I'm
man,
man saying you're
That's it.
trash.
I have you guys as the second favorites, okay?
Who is the favorite?
France.
Then I'm in top 5, but England not in there.
No,
I
that's
have
good.
England.
You know what?
I have England, you know. England is
Hey,
actually third on my
listen.
list.
Thank you, Michelle. Listen, that's what I like when time wise people in the comment section and man. Look at Michelle Wise, man. Look at Michelle's comment. She telling you what the bookies are saying. Kems, you never know this, Kems.
You know that book is
So
1 year before anything when I take that serious. It's normally closer to the time than you really. But anyway. But
before
anyway,
you guys
that
jump on
said,
the
that, let
book
me
is
finish up on my side because the guy
that
doesn't
said,
jump the gun.
England is not a top 10 favorite too in the World Cup
All
right
listen,
now. We
listen.
can move on.
And in group, finally, not even gonna call it group, just a group J. My team. There
Group
it is.
Germany.
Yeah, man. The 8th best team in the world right now, the 8th favorite. We're way down the pecking order in terms of favoritism. England is currently ranked 3rd in terms of favoritism to win the World Cup. I said this to you guys and you think I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. So Germany is way down the pecking order. I don't play anybody yet. I don't want nobody put no favorite tag on us. Tell them, Michelle, we don't want anybody tag us as no favorites. We're not. We're just going about our business quietly and watch Manningsman and others fight for that number 1 spot. But Kims, you're about to say something. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I'm gonna say.
Who came second in the group? Macedonia?
Yeah.
Actually, what's all them jokes up there? Oh, Macedonia.
Repeat what I just said, Kims.
Huh?
What I just said?
So look on all them joke team, Macedonia.
How are they a joke team?
What you mean? Macedonia is a team where people worry about. Like
Them have a bad
referee.
forward down. What
Kims.
that all
Kims.
forward name, man? What's the forward name again with it?
All right.
Goran Pandev.
Pandev.
I can't remember him. And every time.
That Macedonia side is actually a dangerous threat going forward into the playoffs. They're very, very dangerous. They could
Josh.
actually go Italy or
No, Josh, no, they can't. Josh, no, they
No,
can't.
Kims, the Macedonia side beat Germany 2-1 in the group. They are very dangerous. Do not sleep on them.
They beat Germany with which coach? With which
That's
coach?
why England is a favorite. England is a favorite to win the
No,
World Cup because
they beat Germany with which coach?
hold on, Kims. Hold
Anyone
on,
could have
Kims.
beat Germany.
Kims, I'm glad that you mentioned that, you know. You said not Macedonia.
And then
Yeah,
they
them
beat
joke
up
team there.
teams.
So they beat Germany. So how comes Germany to be favorite? A joke team beat
But
Germany.
no, I'm asking which coach did they beat
The
Germany
beating
with?
still remains. I don't care what you want to say. They beat
Yeah.
Germany.
You know what group I want to see in the World Cup? I want to see England, Argentina,
Cannot happen.
Mexico, and Egypt in the same group.
Egypt is coming
England and
last.
Argentina will come in the same group. They will be
Why?
seeded. They're going to get seeded. Based on them rankings.
Man is
Yeah.
man.
Group of
Now,
death.
Based on them rankings, they're going to get seeded.
England and Argentina were in the same group. England actually beat them in 2000 to knock them out.
That better for Brazil.
But Mannings, you're talking as if Brazil is top of the top. You know that, to be honest.
I didn't say we're top of the top. I just named favorites. Did I say top of the top? Belgium is top of the top.
No, listen, man. I'm talking about how you guys are actually playing. Brazil hasn't looked good with their playing style and all of that. You know?
I didn't say we're.
To me, Argentina looks better than you guys.
Yeah, man. Argentina look better than us, man.
Yeah, so far,
Argentina look better.
You know, Mannings, man.
I'm just naming favorites. I didn't say we look better than them.
Why the emotions? I just said that I have Brazil as second favorites in the world now. So why I get touchy? I'm just saying.
Well, all I'm saying, I named 5 favorites, right? And everybody trying to say, if Jamaica qualified, they're a favorite.
So you don't have no Italy and no Spain in your 5.
Italy and Spain.
Yes, Italy.
Tyler, I just
Italy can't count in this, man. We
Cup
even know if Italy make World Cup, so they can't count in this right now.
I don't know. They still can be fair. They still can be a favorite. They're not drop out.
But all I'll say on this show is that, and I guarantee you that Kims, Ryan, and the producer, and also Shakes will agree with us. A European team will be winning the 2022 World Cup. That's it.
Agreed.
Believe that in Qatar, a European team go win the World Cup, a South American
I
team,
just said it.
a South American team is going to win this World Cup in Qatar.
Why?
Yeah. All right, Ryan. We agree. We agree, Mannings, man. A South American team will win the World Cup in Qatar, not Qatar.
Call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. Call it. You can't change the pronunciation where you want. But the World Cup coming to South America.
As the
South
Americans
American
would
team will
call
win.
it, Qatar.
Yeah. Coming to South America.
But
Hey, but look out for
going
Japan,
to
you know.
us.
You see, a lot of people, you see this Japan is going to.
Lord God.
Mannings, man, Japan is way down in qualification.
Man,
They
it's
might
man,
not
Japan
make it.
might not make the World Cup. Be careful.
No worries,
They
sir.
have
Japan.
to win tomorrow.
Hey, people, Japan going.
Japan a favorite now. Okay.
No, they're not a favorite, but don't sleep on them.
All right. As far as I'm concerned, don't sleep on North Macedonia. Don't sleep on Scotland. Don't sleep on these European teams.
North Macedonia.
I just said it.
Oh,
They're
North
going to
Macedonia.
they're going to knock out Portugal.
Isn't
They're not
Macedonia
going.
different from
They're not
North
going to the World
Macedonia?
Cup.
Go again.
Hold on. Is it North Macedonia or Macedonia?
North.
It's Montenegro. Okay.
It used to be Macedonia before Vincent Mannings.
Okay.
This man you're talking about Vincent. What is wrong with this brother?
It used to be Macedonia before, but there's some problem with the name regarding Greece. So Greece said that they have a place in their country named Macedonia. So
Okay.
that country had to change their name to North.
And finally, we're just going to say congratulations to the World T20 champions. Australia, and Kems called it correctly. From the semi-final, Kems actually had them as the favorites, and they pulled through. And we talk about a team building momentum right throughout a tournament. This was what Australia did, and especially David Warner. David Warner did very well, and he was deservedly the player of the tournament. And talk about that match-winning innings from Mitchell Marsh. He has done very well to date, and I love what he has done. So just congratulations to them, and I'm sure that we're going to have a show on Thursday in regards to cricket that we'll talk about. So I'm just going to go around the table and have you guys give us your 30 seconds on whatever topic that it is. So Ryan, starting with you.
Well, congrats to the teams who have qualified for the World Cup. I asked for a vibes playoffs, and I got that. I never want to sit here for full team at the playoff. We need some of the big teams in it to make it competitive and give us something to watch. So we will get that. Hopefully tomorrow the Dutch either go playoff or don't make it at all. Jamaica, hopefully we can do our best, do the best that we can do, and we may end up with a draw from that.
Are you done? Okay.
30 seconds, man, someone.
Oh, 30 seconds. Okay. All right. So my Green Bay Packers got another win. We are now 8-2. We're at the top of the NFC. Only one team gets a bye. So right now we're looking good. That goat doodoo that them call Tom Brady, he is struggling, can't beat a Washington team. Let us not even talk about Manning's man, Baltimore Ravens losing to the Dolphins. The Lakers playing tonight. We play against the Chicago Bulls. They whopped the Clippers last night, so we're going to do the Clippers a favor and just whop them back. Can't wait for English Premier League to come back. Basketball, I take all of my money. We just lose left, right, and center. NFL, I take my money too. English Premier League need to come save me.
Hey, talk about this weekend.
I expect. I don't know who to choose, Jamaica or USA. Anyone win, me win. So I think I'm going to go with. I think Ja wins again. Talk about the beat now I'm get from the Pelicans.
Okay, Kim, that is over 2 minutes. Let's move on. Mannings, man, here 30 seconds.
Yeah, man. Listen, big up to all the person. Demo just arrived. I mean, hope all is well. Good to see all the persons in the comment section, you know. I mean, please, I want to encourage you, continue encouraging others to like and subscribe. Like the videos and subscribe to Sports Frenzy, right? The truth is for the channel to grow, you have to be a part of it. And if each of you can take 10 persons' phone and just press the subscribe button, then that is 10 more subscribers from you, right? So just do that. Don't just say please. It's be very nice and say, listen, can I just borrow your phone for just 10 seconds? You have data, ask them. If they don't have any data, hotspot. And say, all right, take the phone. You're going in the office tomorrow. Seriously. Bam, bam, bam. Tell them you don't even have to listen to anything. Just subscribe first. All right, and you get it from there. You understand me? Tomorrow, Reggae Boys, I want to say all the best. I'm going to be at the stadium. You understand me? Me drive through the toll. You may toll fee. You buy gas. Me I buy lunch. Do me a bacon. Do. Please. Even I hear me. Do.
Don't
Me
listen
alone,
to that.
me alone, a driver come down through the toll. Me no want. Don't depress me. Understand me? Help me out. Give me
Now, man,
something when we can.
remember that you're on a roll, you know, as I said, you got
30
two kick
seconds
subs
long.
today.
So.
Manning's High School 1. Manning's man is doing well. All is well, man. So guess what? That local go over to Jamaica.
Jamaica
But,
need more. Jamaica need more than luck. I tell you right now, they need more than luck.
Manning's man, the producer say you wanna link him. But
Oh no, man, we'll talk tomorrow, man. We'll talk tomorrow. In the morning, I'll shout him. But they have a
Alright.
show. Tell the producer I had a show during the time, and that was why.
our producer here. Alright, so
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
thanks.
Hold on, let me answer Shake. Shake, you have to drive on the toll and go through the toll booth, you know. You can't drive on the toll booth. All right. Hey, Shake, so you need to stop drive Mount Russell. You love, actually, I don't know the toll state. Yo, Ryan, tell Shakes to stop travel Mount Russell and take the toll so you can understand you have to drive through the toll booth and on the toll road.
The argument everything, yeah, Shakes, left me out there.
But before we move on, yes, Travis Pessoa was saying that Sports Friends are heard that Watson will be starting. No surprises here. We already said it, man. Watson will be starting tomorrow. So you just have to take it from there. But thanks all of
Hacker
you
and
guys.
anything.
Thanks to all of you guys for making it Sports Frenzy. Thanks to Ryan, thanks to Kems, thanks to Manningsman, thanks to all of you our viewers who are here with us every night. And thanks to the ones that comment, thanks to the ones that sit behind the screen and don't comment either. Big up on yourself, same way. And again, if you haven't supported I Am Sure Sports, you can jump over there. 2K subs, and you're just looking upwards and more. This man just keep on rocking through the Legends Corner, Peer Legends on that man show. Last night I saw Gregory Messam Jr., Paul Young, and all these guys. So let's give them all the support as well. Support for support. I may not be able to go on the show at times, but at least I show up and even drop a few comments. Sometimes I'm busy, so you know what I'll do. I just go on the video and just lead the video, let it run through. So you guys can just do the same thing. Just make sure you tell them so you're from Sports Frenzy. So man, know to appreciate
Question, what year Whitmore retired from football? 2005-6, thereabout?
Is he retired? He's not retired.
No, when he retired as a player, what year was it?
Don't know. Research.
Some Nyquil, man.
You kind of the one. No, I just want to ask, and then my next question was going to be, what year Javon Watson started playing for Jamaica? I'm not trying to see if them overlap as players for Jamaica at some point.
2006 he actually stopped playing.
And what year Javon Watson started playing for Jamaica?
I don't even know that one, but I think
just
they
trying
probably
to
play
find-
together.
I'm just trying to find
No,
out.
man, I
where-
think Javon Watson started playing around 2010.
I'm trying to find out where the love come from. What happened? Why?
All right, you know what, guys? Big up on yourself, man. And the next show we'll pick that up. Stay safe.
All right, then. Bless.
Peace out.